Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to LPL Valorant Evolution and another league game. Once again, I'm Digital Cast, William Zhang, and joining me tonight, Naeday, Janice Beltram, and how are you doing? Because I understand that Sydney recently has been actually all right, but cases are rising slightly.
Yeah, I've been really good. I feel like cases are a lot better now. Like, I feel like me and my friends have been going out kind of every now and then, but still trying to keep safe and making sure everyone's double vaccinated before we do go out and everything.
Of course, the absolute standards, you know, and in Melbourne, the news is saying that we are starting to make COVID buckle, but hey, we'll see what happens. You know, New Zealand had it under control for so long, but I digress. We're going off topic here because let's focus on Valorant. Right now, tonight, a best of 3 series between 1620 Kings and Finality. Now, Nate, I understand that you don't quite know these two teams too well, but based by the names or maybe some of the players, if you know any of them, Mythical, maybe you've seen his name around, right? How do you feel about this matchup?
Honestly, I haven't heard of any of these players yet personally, so I'm just coming in with an open mind. It's not glass half empty, glass half full. The glass is empty, the canvas is blank, so if anyone stands out to me, I will definitely be taking note this time. What do you think?
Well, I think that I'll drink the water in the glass, regardless if it's half empty or half full. But I think, honestly, tonight is going to be fun. Finality, they've had this roster for a little while now. Mythical, Cookie, Pendulum, Captain Max, and Ulster. It's a mixed bag of players, I would say. Some players, sometimes they are a little bit quiet. Others, they absolutely shine. But I think Mythical is their team captain, and he should be the shot caller for them coming in tonight. So let's hope that he does really show up. Because this roster of 1620 Kings, from my eyes, right, once again, it's a mixed bag as well, but you have some consistent players and some returning players of sorts. And the names that stand out to me right off the bat is Scythe and I would say Legsy. Dunn, Moshu, and Lax, I mean, they're in the scene, Moshu especially, Dunn and Lax a little bit less so, but regardless, right? Focus on Scythe. He used to be playing in a team, I think, really early in the year when Valorant first came out in Oceania, and then I do believe he took a break briefly for uni or for something else, but now to see him back in the scene and competing again, I'm excited to see, you know, how much he can bring back or if he's improved at all. Memory serves me right, he used to play a duelist, I don't know which one, but he was pretty damn cracked at it, playing for Team Scythe, I believe, but it's been so long, don't quote me on that. Legsy as well. Solid player across the board in my opinion. However, once again, has his days. He's not the most consistent, and I can tell because I've played against him or with him a few times in ranked. And, you know, sometimes it swings one way or sometimes it swings the other. But hey, look, we finally have some vetoes done, and map 1 will be Bind. And honestly, I think Bind's a pretty solid map to start things off nicely. Every team should have a decent idea of how Bind works, but I'm not too sure if last time you were with me, but Finality on Bind, Mythical, he had one hell of a game last time.
Oh, usually you always ask me this question, so I want to ask you this time. Now that we know the map, and since you're more closely aware of the teams and their teammates, who are you predicting to take this first round?
Oh, to take this first map at the very least,
yes.
I'm gonna have to go with Finality just because I've seen them play on Bind, and although they have their ups and downs, they may struggle, but at the end of the day, right, I think just keeping it calm, it does manage to give them an edge over some certain teams, and at the end of the day, I think that 1620 Kings, this roster at least, it's untested, unproven, so, you know, on paper, statistically, I'm going to favor Finality.
Okay, we'll find out.
Are you gonna flip a coin?
Okay, since you're going for Finality, then I think I will have to try and root for 1620 Kings, then balance it out a little bit.
All right, fair enough. Just have to go against me, huh? Well, why can't you never support me? Jesus, like, I mean, I'm a nice person. What's wrong with all this? Oh, well, it is what it is. But, hey, look, while the teams aren't going through the vetoes, let me just ask him how long they have. Because honestly, I'm getting tired of talking because I don't know much about these two teams. Only Finality, really, but for 1620 Kings, nothing on paper. Okay, so the vetoes are done, and we can actually start map 1. I do believe the sides are right, and 1620 Kings start off on attack with Finality on defense. And the 3 maps to be played tonight are going to be Bind, Ascent, Haven. Nothing out of the ordinary, honestly, just a standard 3-mapper, and look, every team, they should have these like few maps in their pool at the very least. Bind and Ascent. Haven, it can be a bit of a mixed bag. Some teams, they play well on it, but at the end of the day, you know, I've seen great teams just fall on a map that big when things just don't go their way. Last time, I think it was, oh, don't quote me on this. It's, Clicker, he played for a team a while ago, and they managed to upset Wildcard on Haven. I think it was some like 13 to single-digit scoreline. It was an absolute pounding. But,
Oh my.
yeah. So what do you think of these like 3 maps though? Because I mean, Bind and Haven, nothing special about it. But
Yeah.
are you excited for any?
I mean, I'm excited in general, but for the maps specifically, not really. These are just like the usual clean-cut maps that you know that these teams have practiced and that they've prepared for, and it's just a matter of using the strategies that they've already developed against each other. Yeah.
All right, look, without further ado, teams are finally ready, and we can finally get into Bind Map 1 because I'm sick of waiting. My goodness. Guys, do your vetoes early, please, so we can have a more decent chat without having to kind of buy time. But it is what it is. Agent Pick Select underway. Let's bring him up.
Okay, so we have Viper already from Ulster.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty
And
decent
Brim.
pick.
Yeah, you usually see Viper here.
I suppose
feel like
you do. Oh, yeah. Double Smoker is a good idea, especially having Brimstones online just for the utility and time denial, which I always like to say. And a lot of teams, they don't tend to innovate so much because when a meta has been set, they just go with it because what's there to lose?
What are the chances that we're gonna see a lot of lineups from this, from Scythe and Legsy here? Post-plant lineup.
Look, I hope we do. But if we do, it means that they'll have done their homework. If we don't, though, I'll be like, oh, and that's a little bit disappointing. But hey, we like to be proven wrong. Otherwise, across the board, the rosters, the compositions, I think for Finality, they are playing to their strengths, just stock standards. Mythical always, on the Reyna main, and everyone else. Cookie on the secondary duelist. Double Smoker with Captain Max on Sky, which I really do quite approve of. But for 1620 Kings, a little bit more balanced of sorts. They don't have any heals, but they do have Scythe on the Killjoy, which, look, a Sentinel on Bind, it works at times, but I don't know about that pick. I'll explain my thoughts a little bit later on, but having Sova is essential. Just getting the information early round in Bind, and maybe, a make or break thing. And the KO pick, of course. That's the elephant in the room that I think we should address. I'm not convinced. Good agent, but he struggles sometimes.
I'm gonna agree with you for once. Even I didn't expect that. I was expecting to see like maybe a Reyna, something more like that, or a Jet, but then they would be lacking in terms of blinds in that department. So I'm curious to see how this is gonna work out. Prove us wrong. Prove us both wrong.
All right, and guys, tonight I'll be handling the color casting as well as the observing, and they take us away, guide us through the action, give us your hype, better hype yourself up right now. I hope you've done your vocal warm-ups, even though you probably haven't, but it's fine, we'll get there.
Okay. So far it looks like it's going to be a push onto the B side from the attackers. But they have Killjoy lurking over at A as well.
And as well, for the defense, they already have the Viper walls set up. And did they go through a TP? Oh, that's new. I've never seen it interact with the TP like that. But for Finality, I think they're going for this aggressive early pick. Just get the ult at the very least. Scan, not a big deal. They managed to escape with a small win initially. And now the attack is just taking it very slow.
Defenders pushing up aggressively out of shower. Might catch Killjoy off guard here as well. And they do. Mythical able to get the pick onto Scythe early into the round with that aggressive push out of showers.
Yeah, so that's one attacker down, and Killjoy, not the end of the world, but it's mainly the smokers you should be watching out for. But regardless, the defense starting to strike back a little bit, and through the smoke, what? They pick up 2? Now the attack is on the last legs.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Yeah, it's rough. That is ridiculously rough. The early aggression coming up from showers from Finality, they caught one player off guard, and then from all the intel, from pushing deep, they managed to basically call the rotations early, and everyone was already in position to lock down the B sites. And when finally the hit came through from 1620 Kings, resistance was already there. Plus the double kill through the smoke. A bit egregious. I don't think there was a recon arrow, but goodness gracious, escaping with murder. Pistol rounds there, those. And look, there should be a reasonably easy anti-eco.
Like they're playing all spread out this time from the attacker side. They are able to dodge that recon guard, and they're able to catch Dun and Scythe off guard, able to get the picks early again in showers. Having 2 people pushing out showers has paid off twice already. It's looking really rough for Team 1620 Kings here.
Oh yeah, remarkably so. Down 2 players. They have pistols and they're so split up, and yeah, from behind, they're starting to get pinched as well. Ooh, Moshu, good luck.
Maybe he'll be able to get one here. Cookie goes out. Moshu's able to get the classic kill onto
Player
him.
standing.
Yeah, but now Moshu, he doesn't have the spike in his hands anymore, and he does have a Spectre, but 26 HP. He needs a small miracle to really get another kill. And an absolute, it's basically impossible odds to win this round. So I do like to think he's just trying to hunt for something. But, oh look, all the defenders, it is gone.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a anaconda squeeze here. It's one of those slow,
30
painful
seconds
deaths.
left.
Oh, but that Arcane though. I mean, that Sheriff Arcane. The Arcane Sheriff, my goodness. Have you seen Arcane? What do you think? I don't like the skin though, but...
I think the skin is okay. I quite like the show. And there it is.
Well,
Mythical just finishing Moshu off. They were able to get one gun, at least.
yeah, it's one, but you know, sometimes the one isn't quite enough from what I would like to imagine. Now, all things considered, that was a really healthy anti-eco. They saved basically all their guns into this round, so they aren't struggling economy-wise or anything. So I do expect to see Pendulum or Mythical just start to go for the hunt, throw their bodies out there, and get like at least one frag. And even if they die, Mythical and Pendulum, just from one frag and dying, they'll have their ultimates guaranteed in the next round. But for 16 to 20 Kings, this is their round 2 win. Full buys, armor, rifles all the way, and they're just holding steady, expecting the SMGs to go for a ballsy push, just like how they have in the past few rounds from Chalice.
But they aren't doing it this time, and they are sending out the owl drone for that information. Are they pushing out this time? Are they not? Why are they not pushing out?
Yeah, just waiting. At least that's good intel, but unfortunately no one was able to capitalize off of Dun's owl drone to really push into Chalice, maybe get the orb or something.
Koki is able to take space in hookah. Just watching through with the Vandal. Isn't able to quite land the shots onto Pendulum though. He's just watching, hoping somebody peeks him. Pendulum might be settled out.
Where's he looking? Where's he looking?
That's right. But Captain Max in the copy is able to take him down. Pendulum hitting a clean Sheriff headshot onto Moshu, but Scythe is able to take the trade.
Smoke's down.
That's not good. 2 rifles already down, 3 players standing, 3 rifles. That's the cutoff line. They should be looking to save all 3, but at the same time though, the defense, they're healthy. They have some util to play with. And if they just bomb rush onto site, they could be still good for 1. Shells out. Shots fired, but Mythical around the elbow.
Ooh, Sky was able to take down Ulster and Cookie. Sky good for 4.
Oh, no way.
Ooh.
That was ridiculously close. I suppose, all things considered, it wasn't the end of the world. But for a full buy for 16, 20 Kings, losing 3 players in the last 2, losing their armor as well. It's going to be hefty reinvestment back into this round. And only 2 SMGs, meanwhile, everyone else for Finality. Not only are there 2 ultimates online, like I said earlier, for Mythical and Pendulum, but it's a full buy going their way. So 16, 20 Kings, they need another win just to really secure some momentum.
Looks like all of the attackers are coming over onto B side this time, but the defenders do have 2 aggressively in hookah. Let's see how they play that. This guy is able to determine that Raze is there. Black's able to take down Captain Max with the Spectre, but Pendulum gets the trade.
You should run.
Oh, no way. Wow.
Does come down, and the Brim ult just deletes it
smoke.
immediately.
Preemptive read. But, oh, Pendulum's in a rough spot now. Doesn't matter. He gets splashed down. He still gets the kill into Sky.
Playing quietly now, they're just testing, trying to see some information. Will they rotate here? Will they leave? The Viper wall comes back up, but it seems like the defenders are still playing 2-2.
Yep, just taking it slow.
They're playing smart here, really just holding. The smokes come down from the attackers. Legsy able to get a pick onto Pendulum. Oh, he's right. Mythical has right in front. Mythical is able to take 2 down, stop the plant, and defenders take that round. Such a good round from the defenders there, just playing really patiently and waiting for that plant queue. Mythical coming out at just the right time, getting those crucial picks and denying the plant.
Yeah, that was clean, and that's what I honestly expect to see from Mythical. It's what it's known for, just these pushes and great timings, and plus the kid's cracked. I've seen some of his flicks, even in like a game like that I've played with him on my team. He's good, but he has to be warm. And so far, this is a good sign of things to come. Already top fragging and looking to just maintain his lead a little bit further. 16, 20 Kings, back to an eco.
Standing ahead.
I mean, I really want to see them bum rush one part of the map as a unit and just trying to get as many frags as possible. Because taking this slow, I highly doubt these 1v1 engagements will, work out in their favor towards the end of the day.
Attackers are playing a little bit split up this time. Pendulum and Sky both playing for that orb in B long consistently, just getting that Brim ult back up, which is just so oppressive for the attackers.
Oh,
Pendulum able to take 2 down with the easy pick onto Lax, but Legsy lands a clean Sheriff shot onto Mythical.
yeah, it's good. It's a start, but
2 Sheriffs
last few players so split up. The range doesn't favor them. That doesn't help either.
Cookie is half health though.
Yeah, Cookie, I think he should be a little bit more wary of this, and yeah, indeed, he will fall back. One shot to the body will end them at this point. But the real question now is, 2v4, you have Sheriffs. Sure, Legsy has the Brim ultimate and, a lot of util to play with, but a site
30
execute at this
seconds left.
point, it's still gonna be rough. You have to land some really sick shots to even get anything to work for you. Fake smoke over towards A. Okay, that's a bait out of rotation though. Slightly, but the time, this Max holding his ground, shots exchanged, nothing's come out of it.
Sky is able to make it onto the side, doesn't spot Pendulum, and Pendulum is able to take down Legsy and Sky. That's just so unfortunate he didn't spot him there. The defender's playing 2-2 again, not rotating no matter what. They're just really confident
Yeah.
that they're able to get them out.
Yeah, look, they know they're playing against anti-eco, right? And when they have, I want to see this lineup. Oh, it's marvelous. That's marvelous. It's the way that's a lineup you should steal. It not only does it cover A main and plus most of B, it's clean. Now I think that orb you could probably save it for showers, but that's a story for another day. It's just that 2v2, right? And you have 2 rifles versus pistols. You don't really have to rotate anywhere. Just let the attackers come to you, and they're already at a stiff disadvantage giving the guns. But how towards
Spike
showers?
too early. Mythical and Cookie are already down. That's both of their duelists from the defenders. Ooh. Ulster able to take down Sky, but Dunn is also able to get the trade there.
Yeah, it's stiff. But now, Finality, they're a bit shook. A 2v4, but the other way, and
Spike
look.
planted.
16, 20 Kings, they strike back with an absolute vengeance. Quick, fast, hard, and dirty. And Finality, as much as I hate to say it, I think this might have to be an eco. They really don't have much of a ticket into the round. Some util, I suppose, but the first kill may favor them, though. Perfect. They had guaranteed intel. They knew exactly where Lax was. They checked the angle. Now 2v3 is becoming more doable.
But time is running out for them, slowly ticking away.
I take it back. It's not the wall anymore. It's done.
They clean their corners, but it's just not enough. And the molly comes down as
One
well.
enemy remaining.
That's sharp. That's sharp. Okay, I suppose KO has a slightly better plan of attack now, because my whole issue with KO initially was especially on defense, right? He kind of just lacks identity a little bit. His util, it's more like assault based in my opinion, and just like that, you kind of saw how it works. Pop flash out of the smoke to really attack when the defenders are still preoccupied trying to retake the site and defuse. But let's just see how it works on defense, especially the current buffs as well for KO, allowing his flashes to basically have no wind-up sound. I think it does help with those out-of-smoke pop flashes, but, well, shoot, second kill of the game yet. Ultimate's online, heavily favoring K16. They should be good for this B take, but bear in mind, Pendulum has the orbital strike again.
He is watching them over at hookah. And that Viper wall is doing wonders.
Once it expires, though, not much wonders really. Oh, great util, great util. This is it. The shutdown, the double kill. Site's been cleaned up just like that.
Amazing util usage, but Sky is able to take Ulster down after the teleport. Just Mythical and Cookie now. They might be looking to save the up here though. Unless
Yeah.
Mythical does something spectacular. He is watching, pushing out elbow. Oh, doesn't quite land the shot onto Lax.
No way.
Last player
Okay.
standing.
Oh, Moshu doesn't even care. Runs right at him with the Vandal and still manages to get the frag versus the Nerf Classic. And, you know, I think you alluded to it earlier. Damn, 2v4, one operates in their hand. So realistically, it was all on Mythical to really, you know, get something started. And unfortunately, missing that first frag and the guaranteed his intel over towards Elbow. Not being able to get any more than that. Crossfire set up as well. That round was basically done. Finality, perhaps, you know, in hindsight, they should have just held on to that 4.7k investments. But now they'll have nothing. Now it's them on an eco. K16, they've turned the tables.
Toxins going up.
Different Viper Wall is up this time.
Yeah, over towards A.
Our side. The defenders have pushed out of B hookah though, and now that they have all of that intel, they might just push into hookah here. Ooh! Like satchels in, but is taken down by also with the sheriff. Moshu and this guy is able to get the trade though.
It's pretty clean. Again, K16 just playing, you know, teamwork. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Now, Finality, 3 players. You have one ultimate, couple of pistols to play with. Maybe exit frags at this point. I take it back. They dive right in and they're already good for 1. Good for 2 now. Things are falling apart.
That vault comes down as well. Now it's 2v2.
Oh dear.
Cookie is so low though.
Last player standing.
And got able to swing onto Dunn and get the kill.
Wow. My God. But the time as well. They have time. They have plenty of time. Can you believe that? An absolute masterclass in retake. 3v4. They had pistols for crying out loud. There's ins right in, and then the absolute chaos that happened in Finality. K16, they didn't know where to look post-plant. They were confused, and one by one, their players were falling. They didn't consider the possibility that Pendulum would be heaven as well. I think they had one player there. Was it Moshu or Lax? He was already deep watching Pipes, but heaven was neglected. As a result, Pendulum gets another nasty shot on the back, and just like that, tables a turn, numbers advantage, and they have the ultimates to play with. The final play there, though, that was just beautiful. Out of the smoke, they force them out, get the kill, and still have time to defuse.
16-20 Kings looking to push B side this time. Pendulum and Max able to get that ult orb again. They're just farming that ult orb like crazy. Killjoy lockdown does come down in Garden.
Yeah, and you know, I suppose now that they've guaranteed there is no orbital strike, just use the ulti. And that's the aggressive orbital strike. Sky, he should be good for a few here. So free.
He's able to get a
Swarm grenade.
kill onto Pendulum there. He just didn't expect her to push up.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. Oh, but Cookie.
Whilst they're watching the smoke,
Bomb buddy out.
while Cookie and Mythical on the flank. Oh, Legacy's just tanked so heavily by that Roomba.
One enemy remaining.
Also, good for 2 takes down Lax and Moshu.
One enemy remaining.
No way.
Oh, so close from Skype. He almost was able to deny the defuse there, but Mythical.
You really expect that to work?
You know, the craziest thing here from Mythical was that he was sticking the defuse, right? And you expected, who was it, him to actually get off and basically 2v1 fight that, but he just held it for a second longer than what I would have liked, but it's okay. He still got the kill, and oh Jesus, Sky, the poor guy. You know, the Phantom recoil just wasn't working for him today. Just hovered over Mythical, drew a pattern outside his body, and now they lost that rounds by K16. It's a valiant effort. Still down by 3 though. If they can get a few more to end this first half, they're definitely not out this game yet.
Mythical pushing up aggressively, but is punished by Moshu early in A short. Moshu also able to take down Cookie. That's not looking good for the defender so far. Now it is just Ulcer holding A side. Ulcer is able to take down Skype, but Dunn gets the trade. 2 defenders left, rotating off of B
Spike planted.
onto A. The spike has been planted, and the defenders are suppressed as well. It's looking really rough for Pendulum and Captain Max here from Finality.
Well, hey, you know, I don't think the word save is in Finality's dictionary here, because they always go for these 2v4, 3v4. They've made it work, I'll be honest. Now this, I don't know about this one though.
Last player standing.
It's outnumbered. That's unfortunate.
And that is why whenever you take A site bind, always get control of hookah. It's one of the entry points for the retake. Otherwise, of course, there's pipes directly onto site. Heaven, sure, it's there, but it's the fact that they have to drop down from heaven, and that's a huge vulnerability. So obviously, if they want to try and pinch the site on a retake, there is the possibility of a flank, but it's hookah control that really matters. Same theory goes for B. Take elbow control, which just makes the retake that much more harder, especially when a crossfire is set up post-plant. And now K16, they strike back again. It's back and forth. And honestly, they are giving Finality a run for their money. But for Finality, again, I want to count them out this round. They've done amazing things last time we saw them on the Eco. Oh dear.
20 playing a little bit slower this time, but the defenders have pushed out of showers once again. You have Mythical and Cookie playing so aggressively. They're able to get that intel. And already, Ulster's rotating off onto B side.
Oh, there you go. Elbow control. Look at that. They're pushing in now.
Oh! You're able to take down Pendulum. Oh, and it's just the two defenders on the flank left. Even then, Cookie is also really low already.
Yeah, they did manage to hunt down the Killjoy, get the Phantom off of him, but look, another 2v4. Empress finally pops by Mythical. Here comes a retake.
Cookie also satchels in. They're able to clear elbow. Catch Lax off guard. Oh, but there's nothing that Mythical can quite do there. There's just way too many of them on the side. All eyes are on them and they just get
Last
gunned
round
down.
before the switch.
Yeah, that's rough. Imagine popping your ultimate, you know, you're good for one, and then you round the corner, and then you see like 3-4 people just looking at you, nowhere to hide. Oh, at that point, you just kind of have to just, accept your fate. And K16, as much as I hate to say it, I feel like I may have jinxed this first half, because initially, they were down by 3, and now look at that, within 1 round of tying things up. Definitely giving Finality a run for the money. But now coming to this last round here, K16, Scythe is one off of the Killjoy lockdown, and I would like to imagine they get him an orb or a kill somewhere. But Finality, they're the ones with, I would say, slightly more impactful ultimates. My eyes, especially on Pendulum's orbital strike.
Take flight.
A16 seem to be pushing over onto A this time. They also send the Aldrin in, able to get the information on Ulster. There are 3 defenders on A side though.
Yeah, just slow and steady.
I'm a fan of this Viper Wall.
Yeah, it's a good Viper wall, but then again, K16, they are adapting well to it. Just waiting and biding time, letting the user run out first before they try to execute.
Poison orb emitting.
Well,
Axe able to satchel in, hopefully getting some space over in U-Hole.
you're joking. You're joking! How'd you get that kill?
Cookie's raise ult comes down, isn't quite able to land onto anybody though.
What the hell is going on? the
And they
defenders.
are teleported over onto B side. But Captain X is waiting there, but Lax still is able to get the kill onto him
30
as well.
seconds left.
It's falling apart for the defense.
Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal.
It's
Player
the volley and
Spike planted.
Yeah, Legsy, that's rough, man. I'm sure he had the best intentions in heart, but now Cookie, 1v3 against 2 ultimates. One's about to pop right off the bat. What's Cookie trying to do? He's done.
oh, he's pants down, hands in the air.
Yep.
And they're not gonna do anything about it. They're
You
just
serious?
gonna whoop him.
You serious?
Okay, very good.
No.
And tons. He tags onto the bomb. He had
One enemy remaining.
No.
There's no way Cookie able to get the pick on Skype, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know where Legsy is.
Cool.
Legsy pisses him off, but at what cost?
Well, hey, look, it's the
he's-
final round of the half, so there really is no
Switching
cost.
sides.
But,
Oh.
damn, Jesus, that should not have happened. I mean, he was like a dog caught in a trap there towards mid-sight, and no one even pushed him. The recon arrow missed him, and Lax, who was it, Lax? Oh, no.
Done.
Sorry. Well, he gave up initially. He was done. He was shaking his head. He accepted death, but somehow he just survives and gets 2 kills. Damn near gets the 3rd. It was just a matter of, you know, angles.
Lots of miracles happening this game. It's not
Miracles.
Christmas yet, guys.
Nope, absolutely not. And you know, actually, a famous James Bond quote is,
They've got nerve.
I thought Christmas only comes once a year. You probably don't want to research the context behind that, but just saying.
Okay.
There's a character called Christmas in one of the movies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, just a round.
Sun is blinded. Moshu chipped down to 22 HP right off the bat.
Interesting little scuffle over towards there. Meanwhile, the attack is just really insistent on perhaps pushing over towards A, but they're just getting util off-site for the time being. Mythical's down at 41, but they are committing though.
Mythical able to push into U-Hole. Legsy able to carry kill on Cookie.
I'm speechless right now. This is just ridiculous. Everyone's dying over towards U-Hole. Now it's all down to Moshu 1v2. Sure, you have the blade, but it's not much of an ultimate. Spike to finally get planted. Good for one. And now 1v1. Mythical Hammer did the overheal. Be patient here, Moshu. The angle may not work out for you. 22 is all it takes to kill. One bullet from Mythical will finish the job. Oh. Came close though. Came close.
So much happened in so little time.
Yep, and honestly, I was getting a little confused as well. Everyone's all dying over towards Hookah. I'm like, oh my god, who do I even watch? People are dying. As soon as you switch to one angle, they just get clapped. I'm like, okay, cool. Here's what it is. Okay, but Finality, they regained the lead. Only by 1 round though. Once again, similar situation to the first half. Anti-eco for them. And look, if they made it work once in the past, they should be able to make it work again. But 3 defenders though, rushing down towards Sands. But Cookie, he's just holding steady, waiting for backup. Ooh. No way.
Oh. It looks like Skype has walked past Mythical, and Mythical was then able to kill Legsy. They just timing each other through the smoke there.
He's got this. He's got
and
this.
now Skype is creeping up behind him. Finishes him off. He's able to take the Spectre now. This is winnable. Pendulum trying to get the plant off. He fakes it. Skype notices and takes him down as well. Oh!
Last player standing.
Also narrowly misses. Skype also able to take down Captain Max. He's making that Spectre work.
I'm telling you, Skype is a freak. I'm telling you. He has that experience and he's a cracked player. And now also, you know, no util to play with. 1v4. He needs a miracle of running gun. But thankfully though, 3 players are really low. I take it back. It was just walking through his util. Big brain movement though.
Here.
He's planted for himself. He can still do this. A time. Oh dear.
Oh, they aren't on it.
Oh!
5.
He gets
How many
4.
did he get that round?
He gets 4. He gets
Wow.
4. He had a shorty. He started the round with a shorty, and he catches Mythical looking the wrong way, and then he just catches 4. The movements. I can understand, you know, what was going through that final player's head there. 1v4, and he seriously he heard the defuse. Surely they would have been sticking it, but they faked it still. They got it halfway maybe, and then just timing. He couldn't pull out his rifle in the nick of time, and then Sky just sprays him down. Even gets a defuse. 1 off of the Killjoy lockdown. This round is basically free for him. Get a kill or die regardless. They'll have an ultimate to play with in the next round.
Oh, Finality is just in a world of pain right now. 4 sheriffs and a classic. And now both teams are in 7 rounds each.
You're joking. They tried to boost there, but didn't quite work out. Oh, huge knife though. 0 point. Found 4 players. It's just gonna buy a little bit more time. But then again, it's anti-eco. Ooh, bit of a scuffle.
Bit of a We're gonna say the same word. Also able to get the pick onto Moshu. Mythical finishing Lax off as well, but Legsy is there for the trade.
Well, site has been taken though, but the attack is just yeeting it in onto site. Cookie, you hold control, playing close range with the shorty. Legsy gets another, but he's down on 25. How about the defense? Oh, no, what are you doing? Shock dart!
One enemy
Gets the kill even. Unbelievable. The scenes, the absolute scenes.
Spraying into the smoke there, just narrowly missing Pendulum, dancing between the bullets. A sheriff in a dream. Checking his corners. He isn't quite able to catch anyone though. And Dunn finishes him off with the Spectre. Whew.
Man, these teams, I can't believe it. You know, initially I was saying on paper for a Finality, they should have the win based on their prior experience and record that I've seen. But 20 Kings, they've taken the lead now. And honestly, I don't think they're faltering at all. These players are really stepping up to the occasion with, of course, Sky leading the charge and Legsy in close contention. These two players I talked about earlier on in pregame, just to watch out for.
Scythe and Dunn both keeping the Spectre over in B long as well. That's interesting.
Careful.
Lax able to get an early pick onto Pendulum over in A short with an aggressive push from the defender side there.
Now, one thing I do know is that Mythical, he really likes the solo. Oh, nice dodge onto the 0 point. They don't know that he's here just yet, and that's why they're using KO basically to replace Sova of sorts. Intel gathering, right? And so far, we haven't seen a proper rifle versus rifle buy round yet, so I want to see what more they can pull out of him. But as I was saying, Mythical, he loves going for shower control individually, either on defense or on attack. But as their strongest player and the duelist as well, it's crucial that he does stay alive and be able to support his team with util, or at least get the trades coming. Jesus.
Legsy spots two. Mythical able to get a pick onto Lax. Catches him unawares.
Welcome to my world.
The Viper Pit ult does come down, but Moshu is able to get the kill onto Mythical.
Spike planted.
Orbital Strike does come down, but isn't able to deny this plant there.
They didn't see him. They haven't seen Ulster. Killjoy locked down though. Ulster has to be good for something. He has to push. Go for one. Flanking from behind. Doesn't destroy the ultimate. What's going on? He's missing his shots, and now Captain Max. 1v2. Time. And too many players to play against. Oh dear. What a retake by K16. Absolute chaos again. There was moments of brilliance from Finality, but at the end of the day, they fall just short.
Oh, and also even dodged the server dart and everything as well.
Yeah. The server dart, though, there is a slight issue with it. It's that I think it landed on the wall. If they shot it into the Viper Spit, then maybe it would have been good for more. Because like the Viper Spit is basically a pseudo wall, and as long as you're inside, you're basically safe, guaranteed. I can understand the theory of using the orbital strike maybe to flush a few players out. It just didn't work their way though, and as a result, Finality just a staggered buy here. K16, their economy is looking really healthy now. Full buy, going their way. Even if they lose this round, like harshly, they should be still good for a little bit more.
Moshu chipping away at Cookie. Cookie already at 26 HP. Denies Lax's ult, but Legsy is able to take down Cookie and Captain Max. Although he is at 43 HP now. Able to get the swing onto Pendulum, but Pendulum takes him down with the Sheriff.
The Monkey though is still here. And they know where he is. Ah, yes.
Now decide to go through the teleport now onto B, spotting all three of the defenders over at A. It's a good rotate here.
The Bind Classic, rotate over it, but they weren't expecting that though. Recon arrow as well, just to deny them a little bit more time, and that's guaranteed intel. Pendulum's in the rough spot. Kind of have to do something here. Spike's not even down yet. Good for one. That's intel. That's persistent intel. They know exactly where Pendulum is. No.
Oh. He didn't quite check elbow in time, but that Sova shock dart denying the plant there. That utility didn't let Ulster plant the first time with those Killjoy mollies, and then again with the Sova shock dart. It's just a nightmare for the person trying to plant the spike. They did everything right. They rotated off, they tried to get onto side, but the util just denied it.
It was full distraction and just kept them, not planting for just a little bit longer. There's a few precious seconds, and that's what really allowed the defenders, K16 to rotate over quite fast.
Guys, a aggressively peeking there and is punished by Captain Max.
Oh yeah.
Now it is just
got
done
your
holding
trail.
B side. 40 chip down to 67 and he's mowed down by Mythical from both angles. And the attackers have side ulted themselves. Also able to this time get the plant off.
This has got to be a saver. What's Mushu doing?
Mushu's doing a ritual for luck, apparently.
Oh yeah.
Lax satchels in. Nice satchel. Oh, Cookie tries to satchel as well, but Lax is able to shoot him down and get that frag. Mushu just taken down by Captain Max from Hookah. Just tapping that spike, checking those angles. And it's down to just Lax on the defender side now. He is at 37 HP. He spots Mythical in copy, but Mythical is able to answer back.
Yeah, it's rough, and once again, the importance of elbow control. As long as you maintain that angle, it just makes the defense retake so much harder. You have to worry about so many more angles, and down to what was it, like a 2v4? You kind of had to go at this, go from the same angle to at least guarantee a trade. But individually, if they wanted to split up the retake, one person going elbow, one person going out of main, they have to go large individually. They have to be getting 2 kills. They have to be landing sharp headshots while maintaining most of their health. Unfortunately, that's how they planned the retake. Didn't work out though, but still, K16, 2 rounds up. Economy rather healthy. This is a ballsy play though.
Again, they push out aggressively, but Ulster is able to punish them.
No way.
Neutralized.
Done! What are you doing? You can't be doing that! You sprayed down 2, you caught Mythical with his pants down, and then these 2 players jumping out of hookah, they didn't dare shoot, otherwise they would lose accuracy. And then Dun just gets the reload in the nick of time, still manages to frag him out. Oh, this is going to push K16 across the finish line. That's an absolute tilter right there. Finality, they thought they were being smart initially with the Viper smoke out over towards B long. They thought they had the advantage. They thought it was only 2 players. But no, there was a third 3-player stack over towards B, and K16, it paid off.
I'll find
Just
them.
being so unexpected from the defenders there. Just 3 of them pushing out B long. Who'd have thought? And now it's just
Standing
Done alone defending B this time, while Finality seem to be moving over onto B side.
Oh yeah, hey look, Finality struggling now in this round with a pretty bad buy.
Deploying drone.
I think the idea here is to just int it in over towards B, trying to take side by brute force, do some damage. Paint shot's good though, we'll have the force done back. But say, look, 5v5 retake. Once it's very pop though, but he has to be careful here, otherwise he may get shanked from the side of his head. Ulster just running in there. Yeah, gets the kill.
Mythical just watching that elbow. Oh, that angle is very unfortunate for Mythical. Moshu's just able to see him and take him down. It's a 4v4 now. The spike has been planted by Finality. Cookie able to take down Legsy while running. Cookie also able to take down Sky.
One enemy
And it
remaining.
just comes down to Moshu and Pendulum.
Here's your lineups.
But he's playing for lineups.
It's done. Okay, he missed the initial shot there. I thought he missed the second, but my goodness, it's all right. It's all right. Okay, hard, fast, and dirty for Finality, and they managed to win the round. It came down to the wire though, but at the end of the day, Brimstone on bind. That's why you play the util. It buys time. And look at the post-part lineups as well. It left the Marshu basically in an unwinnable situation. You get the kill, okay, sure, but you still have to run back and get the defuse. It's lose-lose, really. But once again, 16-20 kings. Their winning streak is guaranteed them a pretty decent economy. But however, this will be the last full buy for a while. They lose this, the economy is going to be flat broke, and Finality have a ticket back into the game.
Moshu and Lax, holy showers here. Send out the rumor for some intel. And then and also and finish him off through the wall.
You're joking. You're actually joking.
Pain.
Pure pain.
Finality already down 1. They do still have Pendulum for smokes though. And Mythical is just sitting over. Hoping they'll push it out.
Careful with the angles.
Oh, he knows they're there.
Yeah, he's waiting. But once again, does he know there's 2 there? That's the problem. Good day.
Oh, he's able to dink Moshu. Moshu is so low. Mythical's throwing
boost
punches
works.
at the air, wishing he had a Vandal right now.
Lexy's got this. It's flash though, but it's okay. He does manage to back off the safety. Finality start the execution over towards site. Mythical finally
Pushing
strikes.
through the smoke. Lax able to finish Pendulum off with a nade. Moshu is on 10 HP though. Lax
job.
also able to take down Captain Max.
Last player standing. Long.
That was so clean. Like 16 Tony Kings, you know, they didn't really fight for site as aggressively. It like,
point.
and you know, the smokes came down right across site from Brimstone. But however, the problem was that was the attacking smokes, and I dare say this: Pendulum smokes basically destroyed his own team there. It gave the attackers a little bit, I mean, the defenders, you know, a little bit more space to walk around on site. They were hiding behind the smokes over towards bench, maybe over towards triple. And sure, Cookie, he was playing inside the smoke, jumps out, good for one. But however, all the defense, they were basically still present on site. They just weren't fighting at all and just put so much pressure onto Finality to really make a play there. And Mythical being held back for so long over towards Showers by Util. Oh man, the pressure was on. Now match point, K16, they should be good for this. They've sustained their economy. Finality hedging all the bets into this round.
Lax rotating early onto B side this time.
They smell it.
They do know the Viper Ball comes down as well. The Brim Smokes are down as well. Sky just holding elbow. Cookie satchels onto side. Is able to clear it.
Found them.
Oh!
Spike down B.
That's so good. It takes so much info, and Sky is able to capitalize off
enemy
that.
remaining.
Runs out of bullets though, but defenders are still
Defenders
able to
win.
win with numbers. That was huge intel.
I think I just peed a little. That was just ridiculous. Oh my goodness, you never expect that to happen in like any day of the week. And that's once again, right? Sova. Sure, you had Mushu on the KO for a certain intel play, right? But I just feel like they were lacking a little bit there. Well, tell you what, I'm getting things wrong. Mushu, he's on the same team as the Sova. But okay, the point is, like, Finality, for all the games I've seen them, right, they have good plays and they are sharp players, but they don't tend to play Sova on bind. And that may be a small issue because when it comes down to these real pushes, right, as soon as a stray Recon arrow comes through, that's a huge risk. You have to blow it out ASAP, otherwise, you know, through the smoke, you could be shot from anywhere. And that's basically what happened. Who was it? Scythe. He just lines them up, basically gets three, destroys the Guardian Light as well, and then it was just a steamroll from that point. 13-9. It wasn't even close, that final round. It's in the game. Lax and Scythe, 20 bombing each. But look, once again, it was just fantastic team play. And K16, they were hobbling a little bit at the start, but towards the end there, they found the composure and it just brought it all home.
K16's defense was so ridiculously unpredictable. They would just randomly send 3 people to push out B long, or randomly have only one person holding a side. I don't know what their thought process is behind those decisions. Who decides to send a bunch of people out, or to play aggressively suddenly, or to just pull back? Just the way that they're playing defense was so hard for Finality to keep up with, especially with Mythical, who was more or less consistently just waiting around outside of showers, or they were just playing slow, trying to get information. But just 16-20, they were just playing way too unpredictably. And it worked out.
Dare I say, a little bit higher level as well. The agent compositions. I doubted the Killjoy initially, but I don't really think Scythe had that much impact with the util necessarily, but rather it was Scythe alone to play because for a lot of those kills, you know, he was just going in there for the jewels. And there were rounds here and there in which the Killjoy util bought them time, did some damage. And there was one, I think, lockdown that was super effective at, you know, grabbing a few players. But overall, it was Scythe and his, you know, just sharp aim, strong foundations that really brought home, I think, his scoreboard, to say the least. But guys, map 1, that's over. So before we go into map 2, which will be Ascent, short breather, don't go away. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to LPL Valorant Evolution. Standard, league game, best of 3 series between 1620 Kings and Finality. Map 1 bind though, it was pretty neck and neck until towards the end there. K16, I think they just managed to edge it out. Just strong team play and patience most of all. They really managed to win the economy game towards the end there, and that's what secured them the win on bind. But however, map 2 though, I sense this may be a bit of a different story because, we've seen that the players on both teams, they are cracked and they can absolutely line up some shots. And Ascent being that kind of map in which you need to have sharp aim, this is much more close quarters and, intense to say the very least.
How do you think this is going to work out this time? I know last time you were kind of leaning towards Finality for that first map, and so I guess just to fill in, I was rooting for 1620 there, and I guess it worked out on my end. Are you going to switch sides maybe, Digital?
Tell you what, I'll still stay on Finality because I do believe they have what it takes, and I don't like being a traitor and just turning things around saying, nah, you know what? You guys suck. I'm gonna go over to the other side. The grass is always greener, but I'm not like that. I never fold. I stay with them. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But hey, look, 1620 Kings, they've shown up today. This roster, it's promising. They've proven they can fight, but now on Ascent, it's a different story. Without further ado, let's go right into Agent Pick Select. And look, Ascent, I think it's a map in which Killjoy is going to have much more impact on. Once again, I'm expecting to see a Sova and the duelists, especially like someone like Finality, whom he likes to play, what was it? Reyna works a lot more on Ascent as well. But it's mainly the Jet that I want to see. I think she's just been prominent always on a map like this, and there's no reason to change out now.
Skythan also going on to Killjoy straight away and done on Sova once again. So comfort picks for those two. Mythical on Reyna again. Legsy on Astra this time.
Yep, I really rate that pick, especially for Astra. It's just because Astra smokes in general on a map like this. It's a lot more, I would say, useful compared to say Omen or Brimstone. Sure, I mean, like Brimstone's ultimate has, its uses, but as a whole, Astra on Ascent, you can put basically double stars down towards any choke point, one as a smoke and one as either a stun or a gravity well, and it just buys that extra time, delay util. It's especially powerful when you combo it with other agents, such as maybe Killjoy Molly's inside. Once the gravity well explodes, they're fragile and they just get burnt up to a crisp instantly. There's the shock darts maybe, and of course players around to shoot at them.
Finality has Brimstone instead of Astra this time.
Yeah, look, there are lineups on Ascent as always, but Brimstone's definitely not a smoker you see that prominently on a map like this. So, once again, as much as I hate to say, I'm not really convinced. It just comes down to how they play with it.
I thought you were still on Finality's side. Still not changing mind? Last chance.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm still back in Finality. If Pendulum he mains, Brimstone, he surely has an idea of like his game plan. So come on,
Very true. Very true.
I'm going above.
Okay, look. Map 2 now, so all cards thrown out the window. I'm hoping that Finality they managed to just relax a bit, breathe, and potentially untilt from that previous game, because towards the very end there, I don't want to say they stumbled, but mistakes kind of did happen, and oh dear, it was just an absolute nightmare for them.
Going Astro, guys.
Hey, they have 3 of the attackers so far around B side, even though they know that there is a Killjoy. Killjoy is likely to set up B. Ooh, done able to chip away at Altered Health with the Sova shock darts. Is able to get the information as well using the recon.
Good joking.
Lax pushes out aggressively onto Mythical and just clicks him on the head.
Mythical couldn't even react in time. They surely heard him running up. That was highway robbery. One player down, and the worst part is that's your Reyna dead on a pistol. Arguably the most beneficial agent to have on first rounds, just because sure she has a ghost, but once she gets that first heal and overheals, you're having a ghost plus armor. That's a huge advantage a lot of other agents don't get to have. And now what's the plan of attack for Finality? Your smoker is all the way by himself over towards B here, trying to bait out a few rotations, but the rest of his team, they're gonna have to execute onto A side dry. And there is the Astra star at the choke point, like I said.
Yeah, that's gonna be really difficult for them here. Like Lax able to Cookie able to dash in and get Legsy.
Spike down A.
Catch him off guard there. Moshu is able to take down Ulster though.
30 seconds left.
Oh, that's the spike, but Moshu just playing the man advantage, being patient here, playing retake. He's confident in it.
Spike
Finally,
planted.
one smoke down for the attackers. Now, the door, I'm pretty sure it's not broken, so they should be looking to close it. Otherwise, wow, this is brutal now. This is diving onto them. Assassin's Creeding. That's done. He gets 2. Pendulum not strike back. Has a classic though. 1v3. Not going to go any further. The right click, not as effective as it used to be. K16, not even a sweat, I dare say.
Sam just shot 2 of them in the back. He just jumped off of heaven and just shot them in the back of the head.
A single flash. That's all it took. And you know, I'm not too sure how many players here, how many people here in general, you know, watched Masters or a lot of tournaments like nowadays. But Skye has had almost a 100% pick rate just because of her utility. That flash, being able to time when you want it to pop, being able to steer it around corners, and being able to basically give you intel, it's too good to not pass up.
Absolutely. This time, Finality, all 5 of them culminating over onto B side, right into Killjoy's utility. So I'm looking to get
Here's the
an
arrows.
early recon dart.
Oh!
Able to take Ulster. Able to get the and Cookie and Pendulum?
Done!
That's
Stop
a
it!
little bit yucky.
Don't do that! Don't do that! You can't do that!
Oh, that's disgusting. I'm not pleased. I'm not gonna lie. Ulster is already
One
so
enemy
low.
remaining. Spike
He
down
doesn't-
mid.
He doesn't spot Ulster
They check the
in the
corner.
corner.
No!
That
Ooh.
found them.
Scythe only
Well,
half
now they
cleared it.
know.
Yeah, but now look, Ulster.
Oh, done.
Oh no.
Have mercy. Oh, Lax finishes him off.
He's done it now. I'll tell you that.
Please.
Double shock dart, boxes them in, and it's just like shooting fish in a barrel. They just line up for him. They were so trapped, and they just got mowed down. Sure, okay, you push forward. Then what happens? You run into Killjoy. You run into a Killjoy with an SMG. That was the literal definition of a meat grinder. And now K16, they're just laughing all the way to the bank. But Ulster, look at the buy on him though. He's bought an Odin, and he's eager to counter.
That kind of broke my heart.
That's my job.
I'm gonna be honest. Ulster, revenge? Question mark?
Oh hell yeah! He's already pre-aiming it, aiming right at his balls. Alright, Lax may swing first. No.
Are pushing aggressively out of B main here, and Ulster able to punish Lax for that.
Yeah, boy. Oh,
Ooh, Pendulum able to get a clean headshot onto Scythe over in mid. It's looking good for the
Launching
attackers so
smoke.
far. They are able to get 2 picks.
and they walk right over towards aim. Killjoy was dead, and that's why Killjoy, you know, being one of the few sentinels that has a lot of effect on a map like this, you have to stay alive. It's crucial that you stay alive. Otherwise, your util is just useless.
The last 2 defenders are pushing out onto mid now, but I think Ulster can hear them. So they know.
Yeah, boy.
Cover Dart comes out. Ulster isn't able to
One
land the
enemy
shots onto
remaining.
Mochu, but Pendulum finishes him off. K done.
Oh! Damn! Pendulum landing some nutty shots right now. That was clean. But they lost the Odin. Not the end of the world though. But finally, a proper buy versus buy. K16. They had a taste of their own medicine briefly in that round, but Finality, they do win it, but mostly off of Scythe, I think, being a little bit too overly proactive over towards short there. As long as he stay alive over towards A, he will be able to, you know, maybe lock it down for a bit longer, do some more damage, get a few kills, but as a result, dying early towards short, just being a little bit too aggressive. And I think that was the real clincher that resulted in his team losing that round.
16-20 Kings again pushing out of A aggressively, randomly. 3 of them.
Here comes a flash though. Oh no,
And I think it's
burn.
gonna work out. Moshi spots them. Mythical able to punish Lax for pushing out.
Okay.
Okay, the defenders are backing up away from A this time.
Now, I know there's a huge debate about like how casters shouldn't criticize players, blah, blah, blah. You're not a player. But if you're going to push up A long that close, that much, and you have 3 players behind you, you might as well go for a pop flash because your flash is recharged anyways. And if there's players out there, you can basically swing and potentially get a free kill. Using the dog from that close up, I think it's kind of counterintuitive. But this, though, is different. Util ultimate's being dunked around left, right, and center. Shots being exchanged. Players falling. But Mythical, he's pushed up a little bit close, though.
spike is able to be planted. 3v3 situation this time, but Ulster is very, very low.
The bait. They took
Max
the
able
bait.
to get the pick onto Moshu. Dunn is able to finish Mythical off. Oh, Legsy's down to 31 HP. Oh, it could be anyone's round at this point.
Recon arrow
Oh,
though.
the defenders are running out of time. The recon arrow comes
One
down. Doesn't
enemy
quite
remaining.
spot Max. Dunn is
Exits.
just running out of time here.
Yep.
And he...
Just hold the angle. 2v1 though, he should be able to get maybe 1 or 2 kills here. Or none, really, I jinxed it. Let's mow him down.
You could just...
And they survive.
No.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, I thought he was going to leave respectfully, but he thought he was going to be able to get a pick.
He thought he was slick. Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, but they were waiting for him.
Yeah, they were. They were,
And
absolutely.
now-
And now, K16, he had a bit of a, you know, a nice showing up for the first 2 rounds, but now things have taken a turn for the worst. You're on an eco, and the economy for Finality is really starting to stabilize and build up a little bit as well. If they win this round, which they should, really, it should be basically healthy sights. Oh, sunny days for them, really.
Lax again, peeking aggressively, this time with the Marshall. This time, Scythe pushing aggressively
No way.
out of lane. Dunn
the-
able to get the server ult kill onto
The
Captain Max.
aimbot tracking. He just tracked that to perfection. Pendulum gets one onto Lax as well. And Legsy catches one in the smoke.
Ooh.
Finality on
Mythical
look though.
not yet able to get the trade.
And now he's there.
Or not.
Okay, that guy like should have scanned him. Okay, now it does. Wow, that Leah, the timing was perfect, and now the defense, the bleeding players.
Oh, and Scythe is just all the way over at B. All the spikes being planted
Spike
at A. It's just Moshu alone for now. Playing a little bit safe, just waiting for Scythe to come in with reinforcements. Able to get clean shots onto Mythical. Finish him off there. He gets a bunch of util sent his way, but he's able to dodge that so far. Now Scythe with the Marshal and Moshu with the Sheriff against 2 rifles. They are able to blind Pendulum, but Pendulum kills Scythe and Moshu both while blind.
I think the bird actually flew over Pendulum's head, so he just narrowly avoided it, and he just taps them away. He wasn't even sweating at that point. Pendulum, he's getting fed these kills. You know, it doesn't even matter if he plays Brimstone or anyone else when you can land shots like that, well, at close range and at long range as well. Currently, you know, he's top fragging for his team, but realistically, not by much. Finality, 3 rounds now, back to back, and economy. It's really healthy for at least 4 players. 7k, 6.5, 4k basically for the top 3. Cookie and Mythical struggling a little bit. Same kills on the 2 duelists sitting at the bottom. But K16, this is another buy for them. But once again, if they lose this, back to the Stone Ages.
Finality looking to get some information over on B. Guy getting a clean head onto Cookie so early. That's demoralizing. This util is sent out, tags a few of them. Pendulum is able to get the kill onto Skype though, but Dunn able to get a shock dart kill onto Mythical and is also able to take down Pendulum and Captain Max. Now it's up to Ulster. He is so low. He has a spike. He's walking away. He's limping. But he fakes it. He still dares to peek.
He's dying. She's checking the angle.
He's not quite gonna check it.
What?
Dunn knows he's there.
That's not swinging either. Okay. He didn't have to swing.
Yeah.
God damn though! That initial shot by Scythe was pure filth. He had the right idea. Put the turret there as bait initially. As soon as basically this confirmed intel that they're over towards the angle, quick swing, 1 tap.
Thanks.
If he gets it, fantastic. If he misses, well, you're not losing much really now, are you? And then, you know, paired with, who was it, Dunn as well, the shock darts, so much damage by him. I think it tanked up 3 players. That's just the chip damage, and towards the end, it really counts for a lot, especially against, you know, Phantoms. A few bullets to the body, it will finish you. And now, K16, they won the round, and really now, it's Finality on a bit of a strugglesome economy situation. They are able to full buy for a few of them, but Pendulum, oh, Pendulum! Where was that? No way. Moshu, the flash for one, can't quite transfer.
Player
And
standing.
Ulster and Pendulum, they're just locking down mid. What's the idea here? K16, you're down a few players. They're still going for an aggressive push. Basically, it was a 4-for-1 trade.
Bot coming back.
Oh, Sky's able to chip away a little bit at Cookie's health, but isn't quite enough to take him down. Sky is able to get a frag onto Mythical though. Can he do it? 1v3. Doors are coming down. Cookie is low. Pendulum has been chipped a little bit, but Ollie, half health. Ollie full health in A main. And the util is down.
Yeah, look, Skype, he does have the Killjoy lockdown to play with. Although, if he does invest it right, it can be counter lockdown as well as the orbital strike to destroy it. So really, he has to go and dry and challenge. But I take it back. There ain't no challenging tonight. He's gonna get sent straight down to hell. And Finality, what's this now? Stringing together. Well, the fourth round. They lost the previous, but that's okay. Economy stabilizing again. K16 on another eco. They just aren't having it on a sense. But they are starting to get a few ultimates though, and in the next round, organically, they should be looking to use a few of them just to guarantee a win. You know, the Cosmic Divide, Seekers, eyes on the Hunter's Fury again. But for this, just keep your eyes on Lax mainly, popping the blades and trying to maybe get a few kills early on.
Sky pushing aggressively out of B once again, but he is spotted by the Killjoy turret. Now they have two people watching it.
If Finality does anything really right, they play these anti-ecos well. Just full patience. Expect the team on a stiff eco to go for some aggressive play, which is what they did. And just biding time, getting little tidbits of intel. Well, there you go, Lax. First blade. Finds its mark. The second as well. Oh dear, not like this. No! 3, 4! Oh, he right-clicked once again. He's a classic, just trying to do some more damage, but single-handedly, he shut down any form of aggression from Finality. Captain Max just trying to play off of his Killjoy lockdown, but perhaps it's been used in vain. Good for one. The flash? No, he will dodge it, I believe. It's the 10 million target for crying out loud. He has to run away, regain the spike, and the gravity well just keeps him off the site a little bit. Now, short hasn't been cleared yet.
30 seconds
Be careful,
left.
Max. There's so many angles to check right now. One flip. Oh, gets a second. Has to reload, and he's done. Oh, the worst possible timing. And plus, you know, you gotta give credits to Lax. He carried his team through the thick there.
Oh my goodness, and those knives just landed. They were so clean. He also, like, the timing with the owl drone was perfect so that it does him. And it's disastrous for the attacker side there.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is not how Finality pictured that round going. They had such a good swing of things, you know? Like early intel, full rifles, and just one knifey girl changes everything. That's a tilter.
Here.
Oh, they're wary of this.
16-20 pushing out, and Legsy able to get the kill onto Cookie. An aggressive pick. Mythical not quite able to get the trade there, but Lax has been taken down to half health. Never mind, he's been healed up.
Have a band-aid. Have a band-aid. You're okay. You're okay.
That aggressive push on defender's side is so annoying. That's the second time, at least the second time now, that they're able to just push out, get the pick, and then run away with no punishment.
Yeah. It worked poorly for them once, but now they have a better idea of how to really swing the angle, and using so much util just, you know, get positioning initially. Poor Cookie just had no idea where to look. But the attackers though, aping onto the B side here.
B. Baseball side over in Marketplace, but Sky is able to take down Ulster. Captain Max is able to get the trade though.
Mythical on lurk, just holding their flank potentially, but no, the Seekers. This is bad. This position has been revealed, but the orbital strike, it flushes their defenders away. One even gets tanked up super low. Mythical should be good for a few here, I would like to think.
Well divided.
Moshi checking for the flank here. But Mythical is watching
One
it.
enemy remaining.
Pendulum also able to take down Lax mid-air. Legsy's been blinded and then shot down from side by Pendulum.
Okay, interesting. Interesting idea there. Just walk out blind, staring into the Aaliyah when your teammate just got shot from stairs. But I suppose he took the gamble. It didn't pay off though. And the worst part, you know, they invested the Cosmic Divide. I don't know. I think it's a bit weird though, because usually when you use the Cosmic Divide, it's not to cut the site in half really diagonally. You tend to basically cut off back site, boathouse, to ensure, you know, if they want to push out the post-mine attackers, they'll be pushing into, you know, guns. But they didn't really take control of the site just yet, so it was a bit of a crapshoot. And as a result, I suppose they just get crossfired down.
We're seeing all 5 attackers gather over at A now, and the defenders aren't pushing out aggressively this time. The smokes have calmed down, and the Reina Lear. Cookie has dashed onto site. Not able to take down Legsy though. Cookie is taking down. Ultra able to get the pig onto Legsy. Mythical trying to get that door closed, trying to help his team onto site. Ulster slowly getting chipped away, and the plant does manage to calm down. They send over the Owl drone to get some reconnaissance.
Right here.
Hunter's Fury.
The lockdown comes down as well.
Absolute chaos. Mythical does get the one onto Moshu despite all the util in his face. And now it's all down to Dunn. You ain't got no Ares now. There ain't no kill box. Only a sheriff.
Oh.
He must pay for his sins.
Oh, this is nightmarish.
Oh, be careful.
Spotted, it's full bangable. And he's dead.
Yep, he does. He gets shut down. Jesus. Oh, you know, Finality. Clean site take over towards A. However, I was a little bit concerned because most of the players managed to dash on. I mean, not most of the players, mainly only Cookie managed to dash onto the site initially very fast. I didn't think he got the first kill, but as a result, the rest of his team, 4 players, still stuck in A main. I think due to util, and it was just that little bit of time, and you know, it caused things to get a little bit messy. But towards the end of the day, though, thankfully saving the Hunter's Fury to deny the Killjoy ultimate. That's what won them the round, and now as a result, K16 on an eco. Similar storylines, but down by 2 rounds. Oh, and down a player now.
Guys, peeking short with the sheriff is just punished with a vandal.
Bold, very bold.
Doesn't feel nice. Also is holding the angle here. Oh,
Jesus.
Lax has spotted him. He's just holding it, making sure that they are unable to push out aggressively there.
The bullets are just whizzing past his head.
Oh, he's put his back to the enemy.
Yeah, but
it's
just inside the smoke though, so it's not the end of the world. But
Legsy hitting clean sheriff headshots onto Mythical there, able to take him down. Don narrowly dodges the server drone.
yeah, and like you know, once again, that's why it's really important to have your Killjoy alive towards the end of the round because it's the util they can really play off of. Look how much util there is over towards short, and to even watch these angles. Dying early round towards short by peeking mid, it's just not helping out your team. Your util's useless now. Exit frags, really. Door's been closed in their face. Can't really be hoping for much at this point.
2 sheriffs, 4 vandals. A miracle?
You serious? Time's already
One enemy
taken away.
remaining.
Players dwindling. Yeah, so,
Last
7-4.
round in the
A much
half.
better scoreline, I think, than map 1, if memory serves me right. And Finality leading the charge. And it's Pendulum who's really stepping up to the occasion now. 17 kills as Brimstone of all players. I touted it initially. It's a very odd pick that I don't see much on this map. But, you know, Pendulum, it's not really his util or anything that's getting him these kills. It's just, he's just sharp now in a sense. Just over towards short. He's killed Skype like, what, 3 times now, tapping his head. And just getting a lot of multi-frags. Mythical and Cookie just having a little bit of a vacation, letting the other players, you know, just like carry a bit more. I don't want to play duelist for this map. You guys do some more of the heavy lifting. But final round. A16, no ultimates to play with. Finality.
This time Killjoy is over at A site.
Yeah, it's a slight change. Sky thankfully not peeking short this time, but did he see something? He spotted them out. Cookie didn't see it.
Ooh, Sky able to take down Mythical, but Pendulum claps back with the trade. They're able to close the door and start the plant. They're just watching angles now. They have the Killjoy util.
And waiting for the recon arrow to recharge. But Cookie's already predicting it. He's holding the angle. But gets shot out elsewhere though. And they know exactly where Cookie is. Poor guy. Poor guy. Filth by Dun.
Disgusting.
Post plant though. Orbital strike. Believe it.
And Max able to take down 2. Orbital strike comes down. Stop the defuse as well.
One enemy remaining.
Done. This Pendulum takes him down. Firing through the smoke works out as well.
Over the time. Lexi's got this, right?
We defend
They have it.
Goodness.
We defend this reality.
My bloody goodness. That was absolutely balls to the wall. And you know,
Switching sides.
he's done it again. Just Odin runs right in there and gets the first wall bang. And then these final 2 kills. The body block initially. And he's just spamming bullets down range. Oh my goodness. It just works on this map.
Feels icky and I'm not even playing. Oh boy.
This is why, on a sense, if I'm playing attack and I see like a Sova on the defense, I always expect them to be over towards the B sites, and it's just a big turnoff. And basically, you know, against the non-pro teams and ranks, it's leaving you to only really push over towards A and mid, which can be a little bit of a death sentence at times if you're playing against, say, a Jet operator. Which, by the way, we haven't seen come out in this game at all. I hope it comes out in map 2 though. I mean, second half.
Area.
Defender's having 4 players watching mid this time. That's different.
Yeah, probably expecting.
Is able to take out the owl drone. He spots a lot of people.
Yep, and that's the cue for the rest of his team to really barrel on over towards B, I would like to think. Or maybe A. What's the plan here? This is going everywhere. Spike over towards A. Okay, good dig. Damage exchange. And 5 players healthy, still standing for the attackers. Spike to go down. 5v5. All right, Nay, take over. This is going to get messy.
Oh boy. But you do have Lax and Moshu coming in for the flag, although Mythical is watching it. Dun and Scythe also sitting in hell, trying to play it
Bloody
safe.
hell.
Oh, Mythical is blinded and Moshu guns him down with the frenzy there. Only 4 defenders left. He is dangerously low. Smoke comes down from Pendulum, trying to get that retake. Oh, Lax is just spotted by too many people. Cookie on 22 HP.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, and it's chaos.
Moshi! No way! Gets the kill, but the time though, he had to go for more. It was already stuck halfway. He was stuck between a rock and a hard place there. Didn't really have many options, and if he had a ghost, maybe that would have worked out better. Just had to, you know, tap some clean shots, but only a frenzy. Goodness, at that range, you really have to commit and hope that more bullets land. Well, K16, they lost the pistol round again. Finality, Pendulum, 20 frags now on the board. And an anti-eco coming their way. This should be relatively easy. Come on. I mean, K16 on an attack with pistols. The only real hope they have of even getting the spike down is the bum rush a sight. But B seems to be their sign of choice, and there's so much killjoy util by Ulster there.
Will be able to get an early Marshall pick onto Dun over on mid. They don't quite bum rush onto B. That Killjoy util they probably know is there. Captain Max sends out the drone. He's able to spot 2 of them, which sends Pendulum rotating over onto B. The smokes do come down. Oh, they're playing quite slow.
What is the
battle plan here?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's holding over towards B main, waiting 20 seconds for the smoke to expire. I mean, well, Scythe is working up towards short, but one body shot may end him. She shoots Scythe in the thigh, and that's all it took. That's what happens when we have no armor going up against the Marshall. But now, B-side push coming down, and it's just an absolute meat grinder. Crossfires, also not even needing his util. Moshu. That was a pipe dream and a half.
Leaps over into his death. Standard bonus round for Finality there.
Yeah, really healthy. What did he even lose a single player? No, it was a flawless round. And look, Economy, it's so good for them. Basically, all their players, about 3k average, I would say. There are outstanders, but now all they have to do is just hold on steady. Okay, Pendulum buying the Phantom. Ballsy, but he will be able to afford it in the next round regardless of what happens. K16 will buy going their way. They need to win this round. They need to get the ball rolling.
Ooh. Scythe and Lax able to get the pick onto both of the defenders over on A side. It is just Pendulum over in tree, but he is smoked out.
You're bloody memeing.
Dun's gun just peeks through the smoke and he's punished by Pendulum. That is very unfortunate.
He done goof.
The spike has been planted by the attackers though. And it's just chaos. Captain Max able to get a Marshall pick onto Lax as well, while Legsy is able to finish off with that trade. 3v2 situation, the spike has been planted.
One enemy remaining.
Legsy able to hit a clean flick onto Ulcer. Now it's just up to Pendulum sitting in tree. They know he's there. But Scythe and Legsy are quite low.
Smoke's down.
Time though. It's doable, but he still thinks one's over towards long. Some util to play with, and there's the Band-Aid lady coming out.
Healing up.
Yeah, maybe exits, I suppose.
Respectfully exit. But Moshu does not let him.
Yeah, that's basically the problem with say challenging from grass, well, tree room over towards site. It's the elevation, and you have to like aim diagonally. As soon as they cross down those stairs there, it's really, I would say it's a bit of a hard shot to hit. So you tend to see a lot of players play like more towards tree room and more of a flat angle, so they can have better crosshair placement. But if he goes over towards tree, then he may not have time to escape from the spike. So either he runs or he commits and just really has to land a hard shot, especially against potentially 3 players. But regardless though, the economy is still fine for Finality. And there's the operator out finally on Cookie.
Oh, but he has been smoked out and mollied. Looks like attacker side is able to get a lot of space over in B, and the Seekers do come down from the attackers. Ulcer able to land the kill onto Lax. Captain Max able to finish off Moshu as well. Ulcer is spotted, but he isn't quite gunned down through the smoke. Ooh, Dun pushes through the smoke and is punished by Captain Max. It's looking rough for the attackers so far. 2v5, but Legsy over in mid. Sky's able to get a pick onto Pendulum.
Not enough though. It's a crossfire set up, and there's no way that he comes out of this alive realistically. He got the spike though, using his pinky toe. And Legsy gets one onto Mythical. And here comes the absolute bum rush over towards A. Deep is Legsy. Cookie's holding the angle. Scopes out! Oh, he doesn't care. Quick scopes still gets the kill. He's playing COD Pro Mod now.
Oh, it's just Scythe now. 45 HP with the spike.
30 seconds. Oh,
30 seconds left.
you could be good for one here, but Cookie knows it's a possibility. Easy! Easy! Double digits secured for Finality.
That's the jet operator right there. And the quick scope too.
I was very surprised. Like that was a genuinely hard shot to land, and honestly, I didn't really expect him to even survive. But my goodness, just he challenged death, and he came out on top. K16, surprise on another eco. Finality, they really have a sense under their belt, I think. Up by 4 rounds. Economy, it's pretty flush, and still on defense with the jet operator. It's a huge issue for the attackers to have to deal with. They have some util to force them off, but once again, this util expended just to force a gun off the line. But over towards B though, the ins onto site. Door's been closed by Lax, and his teammates are quick to join him.
But Ulcer is on site still. Lax just plays like Ulcer.
Nah.
Oh.
Also was not on site. that was ridiculous. The Stinger as well. Post plant already. This is an eco for crying out loud. They have a solid chance of winning this.
Able to hit the timing on the owl drone, and he is finished off by Captain Max.
You don't want to invest the ultimate.
You are divided.
Cosmic Divide though by K16. Skype in a sticky position. Blind Swings doesn't get anything out of it. Cosmic Hunter's Fury being used right now. And the defense, they're running in, but Moshi with the body block. Legsy gets 2. I missed it, but it's okay. The teammates are chiming in. The frags, the trades coming through. Captain Max on 2 HP. Good luck.
Ooh, Captain Max has been blinded. It's looking like a hard time.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die. Oh, he survived. The plant also over towards back side. Moshi died though.
And with the ult.
But hey, you got to hand it to them. That was a really good round by K16. They were basically on a straight eco, and they rushed right in there. And the best part was, they weren't going in like as a whole team. It was basically Lax. He dashed in first, closed the door, and he single-handedly got the kill onto Ulster on site. And then finally, his teammates rejoined him.
Yeah, the gun disadvantage as well. I don't know how he hit that shot onto Ulster. Ulster just died so fast.
Only post-plant, that was when we saw, the use from his teammates really starting to chime in. The Cosmic Divides and plus Legsy going huge there with the Sheriff. Shots exchanged. And A footsteps are plenty.
A16 looking to rotate here though, after baiting out the util. Just playing really slow this time, but they are staying so far at A. Just waited for the smokes to dissipate.
In fact, a lot of people say it dissipate. It's actually dissipate.
Dissipate.
Yes. But regardless, site has been taken. Smoke's about to dissipate, and Cookie back into a hard corner with the operator. Can't get it done, obviously, and the defense is falling apart. K16, I think they've found their stride. And the secret? Rush sites.
Spike planted.
35. I mean, I've said that Finality, they don't know what the meaning of save is, but come on. Oh, I take it back.
Placing sentry. Turn down.
Also is on 56 HP though. He's slowly checking his corners. Sees Moshu but isn't able to land it. Sky looking to peek, but Ulster takes him down. Off Legsy in hell, but he is unable to finish him off. Pendulum able to get the trade, but he is stopped in his tracks by Moshu.
That was so close.
They were able to get a couple.
Yeah, they were indeed. 3 players down. I thought surely that round would have been a write-off. I mean, in a sense it was, because now Finality, right? Imagine saving those 2 rifles into this round. You would have some guns to really play with, right? Like K16, they're starting to close the gap a little bit now. Only 2 rounds behind Finality. And honestly, if I were in their shoes, I would start to sweat a little bit, because this round, your chances of winning are pretty slim. Maybe if you combo the ultimates in some effective way. Mythical maybe pops the Empress with the Stinger. Good to basically run and gun a few players down. But hey, look, you're looking at 9 to 10, potentially.
They have limited util over on B now. From the defender side. Oh, hitting a clean share of headshot onto Sky. That's huge. Pendulum also able to get the kill onto Max.
One down.
Also good for 2, but he is taken down to 34. These share of headshots are unbelievable.
And they were missing.
There's no way.
Jesus.
There is no way.
Jesus.
What
How?
Just click head, I guess. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about util or just click head, guys. You saw it here first. Wow.
What?
I'm speechless.
Jesus Christ. It's not something you see every day. Oh my goodness. Sharp shots initially, but okay, whatever. Moving on from that. They've won the eco and now their economy is looking much better. But Pendulum, you are able to buy a rifle. Why you only insist on using a sheriff? What's the story here? It's 11 to bloody 8.
Sheriff from your train. Okay.
Maybe the Arcane Sheriff has magical abilities. Arcane, yeah. What?
Able to hit running red bull onto Sky. Sky is not happy. Legsy getting the plant down. They are able to have that space.
Oh,
So comes down from the attacker side. Is able to take Pendulum down.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, the 145 and 1. Poor Legsy. Just couldn't confirm the headshot. And now Finality. That's match point. I mean, it didn't even matter that one of the players had his sheriff because he's the only one to go down. Everyone else, they start fragging out. Hunter's Fury. I mean, from the attackers it was used initially. I thought it was a pretty good play, but then K16 just unable to get any more frags. And now 8 to 12. This is an absolute nightmare. They were so close to tying it up. They lose against one eco, and then they lose the round right afterwards. Now they're by. It's just absolute crap. They have like these cosmic divide to play with potentially, but Finality, they have some breathing space now. A lot, really. 4 rounds. And 2 ultimates on board. Pendulum, especially with the orbital strike. Fantastic for buying time.
All the attackers are looking to possibly have a hard time over here.
I still can't believe in the previous round there, Captain Max, he was just running with the Vandal and just that's a headshot.
Skype is not happy about that one.
I'm not happy about that. Realistically, if you start running and spraying with the Vandal, your bullets should fly to China, not to someone's head. You can feel the tension in this round right now. Neither team daring to really swing or give up too much info. Just holding angles, util being expended, trying to get everything they have.
K16 making the decision now to come onto A. They do send out the owl drone through mid from the defender side, trying to get some information.
There has to be a call
Doesn't
right
quite
now.
spot anyone B side.
There has to be a call right now for a rotation. So much intel indeed. So much
Oh,
running over.
1620. Cosmic Divide comes down,
He can't see anything. He can't see anything.
pushes through, but Lax
You should
is
run.
able to finish him off before he can get a pick. They do spot Captain Max over in heaven.
Spike planted.
This
Captain
is a
Max.
nightmare.
Ooh. Pendulum takes down Dunn with the orbital strike. Still 4v4, the spike has been planted. Sky's able to get a Guardian kill onto Ulcer from heaven, though he is taken very
player
low.
standing.
Legacy able to finish off Captain Max. And Moshu just guns down Koki with the Bulldog.
Runs him down
Very
completely.
desperate run from 1620 Kings there.
That
they
was good, though.
needed that.
Yeah, they absolutely did. And, just
They were
playing off
focused.
of the ultimate of
play
the
some
Cosmic
stars in this
Divide, it
one?
cuts the site in half, and they managed to basically take side control, the first half at least, and then they have to push through with some util and teamwork. But the real thing there was Mythical. I hate to say, he's having, a bit of a quiet game. He popped his Empress there. He should have been good for something, but I'm not too sure what he got body blocked on. And initially, maybe it was some util, but
blocking vision.
my goodness, he should have been good for a kill there and then for more. But him dying first, that was just the start of a slippery slope.
Sit still.
Lax
Wow.
pushing aggressively into mid-side. Pendulum able to punish him. Ulster also able to take down Dunn. And they're just shooting through the smoke over on mid-side now. They have 2 attackers down. It's not looking good for 1620 Kings. Captain Max
enemy
also able to
remaining.
take down Skype. And it is just
Spike
up to
down, B.
Moshu. It's looking grim.
And I'm about to sneeze, but Moshu? Jesus Christ. 1v4.
Moshu. Any miracles?
Hell
No.
nah.
Defenders win.
Damn, Finality, they do have it. 13-9. They had a clapback right back over towards K16 after map 1. The exact same scoreline.
Oh man, those plays from Dunn, those are gonna haunt me. Those are gonna haunt me.
Absolutely. And I
But,
think for Mythical, having the Empress, point blank, his bullets just not hitting Lax, who dashed onto site there, that would haunt him. But hopefully, though, he can shake it off before map 3. We're going to map 3 after all, being Haven. What a night. But hey, look, Pendulum, 27 frags. What the hell is Brimstone on Ascent? Captain Max and Ulster, everyone's chiming in. It's just the duelists who are taking a back seat for a map that's this close quarters and, bit more scrappy, I would say.
I'm surprised. Even as a smoker on attack, usually you'd want to play a little bit more safe because if you do get picked off early, it could mean a lot of trouble later. But it didn't matter. He would just kill them. It's fine. I'm not going to die. I can smoke later because I'll just kill the enemy team, I guess, which is what happened. So I'm surprised. Those aggressive picks that worked out for Pendulum so well. It was so nice to see. And
Yeah.
that Sheriff round.
Like 2 or 3 sheriff rounds really that they managed to pull off? It was just ridiculous. And when players turn up like that in map 2, it's a very scary prospect going into map 3, which we will be going to. Haven 1620 Kings versus Finality. Find out soon who wins the series. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to LPL Valorant's Evolution, and we are going the distance. I'm Digital Cast, William Zhang, and of course my co-caster, Naeday, Janez Beltram, and this is a best of 3 series between 1620 Kings and Finality. And you know what? Initially, you said 1620 Kings, they would win. You were going against me. Indeed, you were right for map 1. But map 2, Finality, I knew they had it in them all along, baby. They brought it back, and now look at this. We're going to map 3, Haven. Are you still gonna stick with 1620 Kings? It's not too late to switch over.
Oh, of course I'm gonna stick with 1620 Kings. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Seeing those solo plays from Dunn, I was a little bit like, yeah, you're winning, but it's not
But
very
did you
not
really
in the
win?
sexiest way. Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, you're winning, but at what cost? Personal dignity, perhaps. But hey, it is what it is. Guys, look, map 3. Let's not dilly-dally any further. I'm going to just ask the teams if they are ready, because I'll be honest, I want to get onto this map ASAP, because Haven is such a curveball map, and I think it's a real wild card. It's just because well, hang on, our player has to join the lobby. But it's just because, it's such a big map, and I want to see what the compositions are like, how disciplined teams are to really play on Haven. Either you're super cracked and manage to run onto site and get these frags going before you go for a post plant setup, or you play super disciplined, catch out players left, right, and center before you execute with a strong number advantage. Honestly, I'm not too sure what's going to happen, but from what we've seen tonight, both teams, they've shown up to the occasion, but the only question is, now on map 3, will Mythical and Cookie start to awaken and step up to come back, or does Pendulum continue and potentially lose steam? Because from what I've seen, K16, they've been playing pretty consistently all night.
Yeah, and I'm expecting to see as well, like, because there are 3 sides, I'm expecting to see that unpredictable defensive play from K16 again that they were able to do on Bind. Not so much on Ascent that I saw, but there's a lot of opportunity to do that on Haven because of that. There's so many ways that they can push out and be unpredictable and just be caught and just catch Finality off guard potentially. But we'll see how that plays out.
Well, guys, players are ready. Oh gosh, dinner. Players are ready, and now going to Agent Pick Select Haven. I want to see Killjoys. I want to see Cyphers. I want to see at least 1 Sentinel. If they don't have it, then I'm gonna be rolling my eyes just a little bit. That's good.
A Cypher would
That's
be
good.
so nice. Oh, 2 Cyphers! Sorry, getting a little bit excited here.
Why are you
I
so
do
excited?
like
Goodness.
Cypher. I like Cypher players. They're cool.
All right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
No bias there, surely.
No. Hey, there's 1 Cypher on each team. I'm just happy either way. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'll take your word for it. But hey, look, looking at the rest of the players, right? I think for K16, really nothing out of the ordinary. Going solo duelist on Lax, who has been playing reasonably well, I'll be honest. But Scythe, instead of taking a little bit of a flex roll onto Cypher, which I approve of, Dunn still on Sova, which of course you hate so much. But hey, if he gets the job done, then he gets the job done. Funny pun there, but Captain Max, same story, and Finality, nothing out of the ordinary either, but Pendulum going on to Brimstone on Haven. Oh look, there are lineups and there are styles of play for Brimstone on a map this big, but Haven's so big though. That's the problem. Haven's so big, and the range of smokes for Brimstone is so limited, so I'm gonna say it again. I'm not too sure about this.
I don't know. You said that last time.
Yeah, and then he absolutely fragged the hell out, damn near 30 bombing, but this is Haven, all right? And
yeah, true.
even if, say, like a Pendulum, he wants to smoke towards A, like A Heaven, he has to walk really deep, either deep A long or basically into sewers to get the angles, into his his range of effectiveness. Meanwhile, for agents like Astra, like Alexi, no such struggles whatsoever. But regardless, both agents really, they have small smokes, so I'm not expecting anything too crazy out of them though. But on defense, K16, Finality on the attack, looking for some aggressive C-long pressure though.
Scythe able to spot a few, take down the Sova recon dart as well. And they have Astra already smoking it off. Oh, Dunn has been chipped away a little bit, but so has Mythical. They're just shooting at each other through the smoke. Cookie is able to dash in and take that space. Eating that Sova shock dart. Dunn! Take that Cookie and Pendulum though. Scythe.
1 enemy
Good for
remaining.
1. Oh, and that was just such a clean defense from 1620 Kings there.
They didn't even struggle at all. At all. At all. Initially, I thought, you know, like, surely a Finality after, you know, getting pushed back a little bit by Util over towards C Long and getting smoked up as well, they would just choose to, you know, regress elsewhere. But they fully hard committed over towards C, and with not much intel, I'll be honest, because the recon arrow got blown up early and rotations were already on the way. The cards really weren't in their favor, and I guess that shows, but mainly down to, you know, the individual players. Dunn and I think Skype just really locking it down, especially Dunn early on.
Now they're on attack, on a save round.
Here.
Oh, Lax hasn't quite spotted him.
Oops.
Oh, Pendulum able to get a pick onto Moshu, but Lax claps back with the trade. Attackers are barreling down onto A side. They're able to take down Lax together.
What the hell is Pendulum made of? Oh, that's one hell of a shot, though. Not the usual angle.
Oh, Scythe hopping up onto the ledge there. Is able to spot two, but doesn't quite take them down. Legsy takes down Ulster, pushing out, but is gunned down through the smoke. Running shot by Mythical.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
2 for 1
Five.
by Skype.
4 HP. Oh, but Cookie is able to take him down. He's just way too low to be able to react like that.
Wow. What a turn of events, and Finality. They strike back again, and they win that second round. And now they've turned the tables completely. Their economy is looking good now. They're able to basically buy and play anti-eco against them, a very poor K16. Now the thing is that these second round wins after losing the pistol is very rare. So if you do manage to win it right, your economy is going to be having a really good kickstarter. So they have to play this round basically perfectly without losing a lot of players. They should be very healthy going into the next.
Python Dunn playing aggressively here. Dunn hitting a clean sheriff headshot onto Cookie. Oh my god, that's upsetting.
He does it again. He just does it. God damn. Now the attack is just slowing it down a bit, but
Finality doesn't quite know that Skype
clear
is there.
this.
Mythical is suspicious though. They don't clear this, and they're punished for it. Oh, calms down. They're able to spot that there's 3 of them there. It is also smoked out by Astra. What? Oh, Captain Max swings it while running, and Scythe has his knife out, and he just gets gunned.
I mean,
Death.
it was a good idea by Lazy to really smoke it off, you know, and try
Yeah.
bail his teammate out. But at that point, you should be, you know, committed to the angle. It's a one and done. Commit to the fight. At that close of a range as well. Even if you spam with the sheriff, you either land a lucky headshot, body shot, kill, or even just soften them up for your teammates. But regardless, man advantage though, and Finality just really slowing things down. There you go, the distraction. They look the wrong way. Also, should be good for this kill.
Our spike carrier is killed.
Spike down.
Oh, the shot
One
land, but
enemy
he's still
remaining.
able to take Lax down. It is just Moshu on the defense this
Spike
time.
planted.
Classic against 2 rifles. He's smoked out from CT as well.
Yeah, no gun to replay with either. Good flash though.
He running left clicks and it works, but Ulster is able to get the trade. That was confusing.
Jesus Christ. You know, if you
Rolled
managed to pick up a gun and fight back, that would have been a very different story. But regardless, you know, being on a pretty stiff eco, a few sheriffs, sure, they killed 4 players. But thankfully, Finality, you know, winning that second round, look at the money. Like, I keep talking about the money because it's so important in a game like this. As long as you maintain a good lead early on, it really will benefit you later on down the road. They're healthy. Regardless if they lose this round, you know, they'll still be able to buy in the next, maybe minus Pendulum. And that's not usually how the economy works on the 3rd round buy.
And honestly, Scythe and Dunn pushing out C Long with 2 sheriffs and getting 2 picks, that's kind of unheard of. I don't know, in my elo it's unheard of.
Hey, look, it's a very different game when you're playing in gold versus immortal. Okay, just saying.
2 sheriffs. C Long against Vandals. My jaw's on the floor. Mythical! Just Moshu shoots him in the back. Moshu's not happy about that. Oh, he's also able to take Lax down. That's upsetting. Mythical.
Timing.
here.
He shouldn't be allowed to do that, just walking onto A site for
Walk
free.
in.
Shot that.
Spike planted.
Like
Legsy.
has been planted now.
Yeah, Legsy, a web of flying, but look, 3v5 plus ultimates on the attack side. K16, they know what saving means, and that's exactly what they will do. Just save the rifles, live to fight another day, because, you know, at this rate, the chances of them winning and retaking A is very slim. But if they lose, right, they're the ones who are going to be on a really bad buy and basically an eco. So saving 3 rifles into the next, it gives them at least a fighting chance compared to going, you know, pistols all the way versus a strong economy for Finality, especially considering, you know, 5 players living and a full buy, saving all the guns. But Sky, he's still insisting on fighting. Gets 1. It's a good start, but he's gonna get hunted down here, I think.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that was close. That was close. I'm just still surprised that Mythical just walked in.
Yeah, it should not have happened at all. You had Moshi basically playing close, watching over towards short, and he trusted Lax to hold his long angle. And I think that for Lax, it was just a matter of timing, really. He just ducked out briefly, and Mythical, he just pushed straight through, and Lax couldn't quite catch him there. And as a result, things went downhill. He didn't really dash in for the trade either, despite having a Spectre. He got the dig for sure, but at the end of the day, you know, it wasn't enough. Tactical timeout being called out by K16, I think, just to talk about what happened that round, and, you know, just talk about what they're going to do going forward. Because look at the money, right? It's a very unstable situation. It's a half armor on most of the players, and Lax on a Spectre. And even if they lose this round, they're gonna be on a very stiff eco. If they win it, it's not gonna be cheap. It's not gonna be, you know, sorry, what's the word? It's not gonna be very doable for them to full buy into the next regardless, unless they lose only, you know, a few players really. But hey, first tactical timeout we've seen this entire series, and I like it. Teams, you have 1 per half. Use it. Sometimes it really comes in clutch.
Okay, and we are back. Hopefully
And,
they've
you know,
sorted out whatever's happened there.
Finality, 2-round lead. Just saying.
It is attacker sided.
Slow starters. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Mythical doing the just walk in strat again.
Lightning doesn't strike the same place twice, and as a result, his teammate is the first to go down. Mythical gets spotted by the recon arrow, and it's getting mown down. The attackers, Finality, what was the game plan here? Just rush B? Surely there was more than that. 3 players, basically 4 on defense.
Oh, they were just so quick to get on to be there, and that Sova recon dart just got them the kill onto Mythical.
No one else on the team was there as well to help. And that's the problem. If you cannot guarantee at least 1 initial frag or realistically more to clear B site as your duelists rushing on and you just lose your lives, it puts the rest of his team in a very rough situation.
Ulcer's a little stuck now in Cubby. He does try to use the cage to get out, but he has been chipped to 46 HP. He gets blinded in garage. They know they're there.
30
Being a
seconds
bit
left.
rough now for Finality. They are slowly moving over onto A site.
Look at K16 as well. They are aware that it's a possibility that maybe the attackers, they managed to lurk their way onto A and then would push. As a result, they just, you know, simultaneously holding the angle.
Has line up.
10 seconds though. Safe plant under heaven.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Hold it, done, hold it. Your teammates haven't pushed site just yet, but finally they will. Lax to lead the charge. Oh dear.
Orbital strike comes down. Buys them some time. And able to get the molly down and the pick, but Mosho able to get the trade.
I know it.
There's 3 down. They just line up for him. And that works.
Oh my god.
Cypher is cool.
Oh.
Wow.
3v5. That was a 3v5. Ulster, he was basically 2 bullets from death, 46 HP. He shouldn't have lived. And then just poor spacing. K16, they're all swinging the angle at the same time, and Ulster just holds down left mouse button and just sprays all of them down. Headshots all the way. That was free for him. Oh dear. Now K16. This is an absolute nightmare. Economy has been ruined.
Cage triggered.
It's a pretty crap buy across the board. Close shot though. But done. You need some intel. You have to do something for your team here. Otherwise, he's gonna be hitting the ground fast.
Looks like Finality going for a speedy push into A. Cookie dashes in and is able to take Dun down. Clean entry from Cookie there.
Spike planted.
And the spike has been planted. You do
Trap.
have Sky on the flank though. Captain Max knows he's there. He's just waiting for it. He hears him too. And he has someone baiting for him.
Yeah, this is almost undoable now for the defenders to even try to retake.
He is blinded. Lax able to take him down.
Team A.
But it's not enough. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's rough. Look, Finality, they hit the A site with such aggression, you know, as a whole unit as well. And it's just the basic formula, really, for any site take. When you have Jet, just leer out from Reyna, and Cookie smokes, dashes onto site, and just goes in first for the challenge. And everyone else just has to run in suits. Just follow him tightly. Smokes down. There was no way that K16 with, you know, the pistols could have done anything to even stop that push. You saw the shock darts coming from Dun in vain. And now another round, another full buy. K16 now 4 ultimates online. This is the round to really use it. But I do think Finality, they're going to go for this B rush again.
They know where Lax is. Mythical is able to get the pick onto Lax.
Bloody joking.
Good for
Spike
2.
down B.
He is traded off by Mythical though. The Sova ult does come down, but doesn't quite take anybody down with it. Oh. Ulster kisses the Sova Aldrone and takes Dun down.
Yeah, maybe got a little bit of avian flu there. We'll see what happens later down the road. 2v2. Ulster slipping a menace and a dink.
One enemy remaining.
Takes down Legsy. Sky is very, very low here, and Captain Max finishes him off. Clean round from Finality.
Hey, look. 6-1. They're up by 5 rounds. That's a pretty big lead. And the best thing is, you know, the scoreboard for Finality. Everyone has impact. Cookie is a little bit quiet this game, but at least for most of these rounds, you know, he's the first player to really dive in there and basically get intel and be the human flashbang while his teammates really push on and capitalize. But hey, look. No one is outstanding. Everyone's kills are basically even. But he still gets a shot. He still gets a kill.
What?
Blinded.
That's unbelievable.
He does it again. One for one, and
Lax with the knives.
yeah, we saw him last time basically ace with the knives, but this is Haven, and you know what? I don't think the map makes that big of a difference, really. At long range, potentially the knives would fare better than rifles, but he needs the right timing, though. You ain't hitting that shot.
Cookie able to take down Moshu after entering, but Lax is able to get the trade. Misses his knives onto Captain Max.
Oh!
And Pendulum finishes him off. Legsy and Skies with the sheriffs now.
Spike planted.
2v3 post plant.
Player standing.
Oh! Skies is able to take one down though. 2 bullets, 2 enemies.
1 bullet. No bullets.
No
2
bullets.
enemies. Ooh. If he can make his way somehow over towards the logs, maybe there's a...
He's mollied out, goes through the molly, and is finished off by Ulster.
Okay. If there's one takeaway, you know, from this series, is that don't push through Brimstone Molotovs because they are the fastest and hardest burning mollies in the entire game. You dip your toe in it, you can see your health will just it's just going down so quickly.
Oh, I'd like to just bring the attention to both of the ciphers top fragging. I think that's quite cool.
Oh, really? I thought you were saying it was quite sexy initially, but now you've changed your mind. Fair enough. Now it's just cool.
What?
No, is it because
it's
K16 they're down by 6 rounds? I don't know. Maybe.
Cage
Maybe there's a correlation there. Operator out though. They need to find instant value, but Sova on Operator. I mean, it's not It's
Revealing
not
area.
ideal. You don't have like a backup plan. Careful.
Take flight. Enemy.
Oh, and he knows.
You
Oh,
can wallbang through that now. The shot doesn't land either.
more banging.
Spikes down. Spike
All
down.
Star able
C.
to get the kill onto Lax, but Dunn does get the trade.
That's still in sight. He's still in bloody sight. No way. Oh, Cookie, great defense though. 2v2. Post blind. Yep,
Last
Sova
player
ultimate,
standing.
but Captain Max can't use it. He hits the fight. And I thought he would get the first shot onto Skype and then potentially get the second onto Legsy, who was basically in astral form there. But Skype, nice shooting, protecting his teammate there. And 16-20 Kings. They double their rounds.
Pulling them in.
But will it be enough?
Hey, look, they saved the operator, right? And honestly, I think it's a good sign of things to come, potentially. They just need to put it on the right player, I think, and basically get those early frags. Just really give yourself the man advantage early on, especially if you can, say, kill Pendulum
1
or
second,
maybe
please.
even Captain
I gotta
Max.
visit the
Deny them
Astros
of the
to play
server
some
util for
stars.
side takes or smokes even. But for Finality, right, it doesn't really impact them that much anyways, because there's only 3 rounds left in the half, and should they lose this round, they'll be able to buy into
going up.
next, and basically after that it's gonna be the final round of the half. So Finality, they're in a reasonably comfortable situation, especially as well when they have 5 ultimates online.
Finality have been doing well into A side so far, and they seem to be realizing they're doing it again.
Do it again.
And they have no one watching A long this time.
And he missed the shot. This is rough. Here they go though. Here's the execution. Lax stashing onto site first, and the defense, they run away. They left Skype to die on A.
I know
Oh,
exactly
no.
where you are.
Yeah, this retakes. It's
Oh,
even rougher
so
now.
destroyed.
Utils is just getting destroyed. Sure, you have the Cosmic Divide, but you gotta save this. There's no chance in hell you can even ult and still try to retake site. There's too many angles to check, too many players to fight against. And plus, so many ultimates. Bloody hell, you a Brimstone ulti, you have a Sova on his ultimate. And that's just ultimates. You still have to deal with pure bodies on site. Finality. It's just the aggressive push. It's working out. Oh, that's a bit much though. Lax gets a free shot onto Mythical.
Blinded.
And 16-20 Kings tuck tail and run. They want to save his rifles no matter what. Lax gets a second. You're bloody joking. Stop fucking the guy. And Lexi just catches Pendulum running as well. But then again, it's not the end of the world, because if Finality, they can get like, these extra frags, it puts 16-20 Kings as, financial situation against the ropes.
BYB
They're already
fam.
so poor.
Going to
And imagine
Astros
what
to
happened
them
if they managed to take,
Astros
what,
got
2
it,
rifles,
they
even
had
1 rifle out of their hands. One player would potentially be on a really crap buy coming into this. But Finality, they aren't struggling at all. They can afford to, lose the rifles and the funds, because they can still buy no matter what. And this round, they basically secured, a full buy into the final round and a half.
Blocking vision.
Again, if it's not broken, why fix it? They're moving on to A. This time,
This is new.
16-20 Kings potentially pushing out of B? No, not quite. I thought they'd be doing something different this time, but
Cage trigger.
Skype is screwed. Skype is
again,
screwed here.
Cookie dashes in. It's the drill.
Yep. If you're going to
They have
play
to play it.
Cypher defense over towards A, right, it's ideal to play from heaven, because you're in a safe spot. Because realistically, 1vx trying to lock down site, you have to go individually humongous. It's just highly unlikely. Oh, done.
To take Dunn down. Lazy is able to take Cookie down though. Lax coming in with the flank from sewers. It works out. 2v2 situation now, but Lax is dangerously
enemy
low.
remaining.
Moshu takes out Mythical, and they do have sight.
Last player
Holster.
standing.
Wow. The lineup again, almost. But thankfully, Moshe was there to trade. It was expensive though,
even
and they do
start
win
that
this
shit,
round
right?
3-8, and they still managed to retain the operator. But going into the final round, the half,
Last round before
16-20
the
Kings, their
switch.
economy, it's not in a good spot. You can maybe force into this. They should be able to, but it's going to be scrappy regardless. Lax, he should be looking for maybe an ult or a kill initially to get those blades online. They need every advantage they can have.
And even in that last round, they had, I feel like it only worked because of the Cosmic Divide.
Yep. Look, and Dunn as well. He spent his money to buy his teammates a rifle. He's going glass cannon. Operator as a Sova.
Get out of my way.
There you go. There's the AWP for Lax. Blades online. The small wins.
Once again, Finality on A. Seems to be working.
Now, does Sky manage to read the cookie dash? Okay, no, they will be falling back. Just wait for retake.
Okay.
But you see, there's the problem now. You're giving Finality full side control, and they still have two ultimates to play with, the Orbital Strike and the Hunter's Fury. And we can basically guarantee they're going to be playing mostly off-site. Oh, Lax!
Spike down.
He went up
A.
high. He went up high. So gets the shot onto Ulster. Now Finality, Mythical has to apply. Gets shanked down a bit. It's brutal though. Back and forth.
Sniper ult does come down. Captain Max is able to kill Snipe though. Max able to get it messy, but at least it will kill on Cookie. And it's just chaos. Orbital Strike comes down. Mythical able to take Max down, but it is watched by Legsy. Now it's just a 1v1 situation. Captain Max, he's got 2 shock darts still, but Legsy is looking to swing him. He swings him, but he doesn't quite land the shots, and Captain Max pushed him off. It is such a close round that time. But it just took them too long to try to figure out what to do against that A push from Finality.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, towards the end there, like, it's what I was talking about. They have the ultimates. Granted, they used them early, though, but it was just shit flying in the air, left, right, and center. You couldn't even keep track of what was going on. And before you knew it, it was a 2v2, and then it's a 1v1. And Mythical there, he was in a bit of a rough spot, just faced his death, and basically was screaming, I would like to think, for Captain Max to really push out and just capitalize. Didn't happen, and Captain Max, thankfully, still managed to get their shot down. But Legsy, man, had to fast swing there. The spike was so far away, you can't really tap and still, you know, trust the Phantom at that distance. But 3-9, K16. They need a bit of a monumental comeback to really bring things back. But 9-3 curse.
Revealing area.
9-3 curse. Haven is attacker sided.
Moshu's dead though.
Ooh, Moshe able to get the pick onto Cookie, but Pendulum comes in with a trade.
And
Legsy,
another.
good to take down Mythical. Pendulum cleans up again.
Spike down. C. One
Are
enemy
you serious? They didn't clear that one angle. Wasn't expecting a fourth player, basically, over towards C. And Captain Max just holds his ground and just claps in the back of their heads. But
Oh, and they have the crossfire and the smokes looking grim.
yeah, he has a camera to work with, but he's gonna use it. Okay, limited intel though. It's a fake. It's a fake. But he gets nothing out of it. Double digits.
I don't know. 1620 Kings really needed that round. It's looking grim.
Oh yeah. That was a huge gamble. 3 players basically rushing over towards C, and I do believe there was a recon error initially as well. Don't quote me on that though, but they really expected, you know, there not to be a fourth, but somehow, just for some mysterious reason, Finality kept 4 players over towards C, and then K16 just took the baits, expecting sites to be clear while they sacrificed a few of their teammates over towards long. The gamble didn't pay off, and now this is stiff.
Lax able to get early pick onto Mythical and Sewers there.
Oh, they forced.
Ooh. Guys also able to catch Cookie off guard. They're spamming through the smoke. Moshu, and it works out for Moshu. They take Pendulum down.
You just rush, man. Just rush and just dash onto side, flash as well.
Yeah, and it worked out. That was just Ulster and Captain Max on defense. Looking unlikely for Finality this round.
You're really not gonna retake site at all. There's no chance in hell.
But the crossfire, he leaps down from the heavens, breaks his ankles, gets shot down from everywhere.
Yeah, it's a bit he was a bit confident there. You needed a lot of confidence to hype yourself up for that play. I'm pretty sure was he on his cam as well and saw nothing on the hell? I think so. Oh look, this is just getting ridiculous now. But really good eco win. I mean, a really good force buy by K16. And like I said earlier, you know, like the second round wins, they're very rare to come across. And if they manage to win this, their economy is going to be pretty set going forward. Finality, 4-man bum rush down C long.
This is the type of unpredictability I was kind of expecting from 1620 Kings, but it looks like Finality are using it to their advantage instead. Now it's just Ulster onto A. He's alone. He's scared. He's got a classic.
And he's not dead yet. There you go.
Now he is.
But however, the issue was over towards Flank, right? You had a Cypher holding it, but he managed to lose his life to a Ghost. Pendulum gets another sharp shot onto Lax. Oh, what the hell's going on site now? Don, you got so much to do here.
Player
Cookie dashes
standing.
in, but Mythical is able to get the trade with the Spectre. Now Mythical has that Vandal.
They saw him.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's done here. Jesus Christ. The worst part was that wasn't even like a full spy coming out from Finality. Only one of the players had a Spectre. Everyone else just pistols. And the Sheriffs, once again, you know, just... It works, especially on Pendulum.
Yeah, it's that flank. How did they get that flank down when they had the Cypher
Yeah,
trip?
I was watching it initially, right? And basically they had 4 players pushing C-Long at the start, but then leaving only 2 players to go through. But the problem was, there was a Cypher trap by Skype, but Skype, I don't think he was focused over towards C-Long. He was more focused towards mid. I believe there was a distraction there from Finality, and that's what really allowed them to break the trap and just strike, takes him down with the Ghost, and then it was a downhill, you know, ride from there. Done on a Sheriff. I mean, hey, look, every single time he's picked up a Sheriff, he's been good for at least 1. And it's a full bum rush now coming out over towards A and Skype. Hot diggity.
Good for 2.
He gets 2, yeah.
Finality defenders now rushing in for the retake. They have nobody flanking.
Spike planted.
Spike does get planted. Lax able to take down Ulcer as well. Looking grim for Captain Max and Pendulum from Finality. Will they save? They send out the Owl Drone. Try to get some information, and they're able to take down Lax.
They have
With the
not
Spectre.
saved once this series. I don't think they're going to start now.
Pendulum 46 HP. He's getting
Holy.
drawn in by Gravity Well as well.
Last player standing.
Ooh, Scythe getting that timing onto Captain Max, and Pendulum can't get the trade off. Oh, Pendulum hears him
Still
and
got
Clean.
takes Scythe down.
Very clean. Okay, finally they will save, and you know, it's not the end of the world. They save a rifle into the following round, and Pendulum still has the ultimate. You know, he can probably just reinvest a rifle for someone else. And the best part is, Finality, they still have 6 rounds to work with, so they're really not struggling at all. Just going to do an economy reset right now for Finality. Anyone who can buy and still afford in the next, do so. But everyone else, just eco. They want their economy to stabilize before they full buy into the next. Just waste 1 round now for a brighter future, I would say. But 16,
down.
20 Kings, they can't afford any of that. They have to go, you know, all in right now and continuously back to back.
Scanning ahead.
16-20 Kings this time, gathering over on C site, which hasn't quite worked out for them yet. But Captain Max does only have a classic. Ooh, Cosmic Spy does come down. And Captain Max is able to take down Lax with a classic. That's unlucky timing. He does take some decent amount of damage from the orbital strike there. Isn't quite skinny enough to fit through that space. Legacy watching the flank is able to take down Ulcer, but he has been taken down to 15 HP, and the human bandage comes by to remedy that immediately. They've started to slow down a little bit here.
Big intel. Now, Captain Max here, realistically, he could even pop his ulti, but very rough spot to be in. He needs to rely on his teammate to protect him.
They do send out some util, but they are creeping over to find a rotation.
It's so paranoid.
30
Everyone's
seconds
checking the same angle. On the Cookie! It swings and took the headshot down. That's just a safety. Highway robbery. And Eco again. Man advantage again.
Ooh, Skype getting a good pick on Cookie there, but Max is able to get off the trade.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
10 seconds left. One
Bloody
enemy
hell.
remaining.
5. And Pendulum, he doesn't even let the timer expire. He just catches the last 2 headshots. Match point now for Finality. How is this even happening? Finality, time and time again. The ecos. It's just unbelievable. It seems to be the strong suit. The Sheriffs and whatever crappy buys. And a classic that round, for crying out loud. Captain Max, he was a lone player over towards C, and still with the classic, he managed to get one, and then the orbital striker came down, which, by the way, you know, he just walks right into it, but it forces the attackers right off the site. And just like that, things just fell apart. Pick after pick. No trades coming through. This is it. 5-12. Good start,
Not
though.
able to get an early pick onto Mythical over in
Scanning
mid.
ahead.
Playing aggressive over in Garage. While others are lurking.
Eddie,
Oh,
soldier.
Pendulum able to take down Dunn on B side though. 4v4 now.
It's patience.
20 Kings must be nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Sky slowly getting some ground. Oh, but Ulster spots
So
him.
much intel.
Ulster knows exactly where. Oh, he spots two.
Frag. The
Spike
second.
down A.
The bleeding players now left, right, and center. Spikes on dead on sight. Now Lax has the blades. He has to go huge again on the flank.
A miracle?
Give me those back.
He's gonna need a bit more than that. Oh, careful though, behind him, Cookie's basically hot on his heels. He reads the possibility.
Give me those
Sharp
back.
shot.
Ooh.
Last two
Okay, this is
defenders
very
are low.
30 seconds left. One
my
enemy
Able to take
remaining.
Pendulum down. It's just Ulster.
I have the spike.
They do have the spike. They still have 21 seconds. Ulster is very low. They start the plan. And
Jeez.
Lax pushes him off. Lax!
Jesus Christ. Whenever this guy pops the blades, it's such a scary prospect. Unbelievable.
Oh, but I was nervous for them there, honestly.
Yeah, he read that situation perfectly as well. He was by himself, only 5 blades to play with. He had to land his shots. Like, guaranteed. Gets one initially and then just realizes the possibility of a rotation coming up from B and still catches him.
Yeah, that was...
Single blade as well.
If he didn't do that, it would have been game.
And then the pinch, basically. One defender was over towards Heaven and the other one over towards on site. And that's when things fell apart. They weren't able to watch each other's backs.
4 defenders over on C-side again. Ooh, Lax able to get a pick onto Pendulum, but Cookie comes in with the trade. 3 versus 3 now. Ooh, Captain Max able to get a Marshall pick onto Moshu. Attackers have made it onto site, but Mythical
No way.
does the classic 10 HP, 4 bullets. He's
Last
struggling.
player standing.
Ooh.
And then, oh, that round just slips out of Finality's hands.
That was ridiculous. Ooh. Deary me there. Finality, you know, the buy, it was a bit crap, I won't lie, but 16, 20 Kings just rushing over towards C and things still nearly went wrong again. Initially, there were a few players on site to fight, but the rest of the team wasn't quite there, and as a result, it was a bit staggered, you know, all the engagements, and
Right
it was just 1v1 duels, not really 2v1s. It came close, and Mythical even managed to dink one down with the classic. It could have gotten,
Revealing
like, yeah,
area.
it could have
Right
gotten
here.
dangerously close into a 2v1. But K16, steady now. Within 5 rounds, you built up some momentum. Just take it easy.
Deploying drone.
Then just sending out the Aldrin for reconnaissance.
Enemy mark.
Spots Cookie.
Wow.
And Lax is able to finish Cookie off. Doesn't expect
I know exactly.
Pendulum, but Sky has his back there.
It's team play. Somehow, you know, when
Spike
you
planted.
corner like a wild beast, they become so ferocious. Unbelievable.
Captain Max is in with the flank. But they do know he's there now.
It's so split up. That's the issue. It's just basically 3 1v1s. You can't really cross right with a teammate. And Captain Max, he's screwed. Okay, Hunter's Fury. Bit much though, but there has to be the signal to strike. And Mythical goes down. Also, you can't really get much after that. You still have to jump down. Hasn't worked out well for him in the previous few rounds.
Last
Timer still
player
ticking away.
standing.
All down to Captain Max now on the jump. Still gets the kill, but so far away from the spike. It's done. He has to save. Decision has been made for him, really. 8 to 12.
Finality's eco now.
Yep, 9 to 12 potentially. This is... Oh crap! I won't lie. This is getting a bit close. Finality. Jesus. you kind of have to be like sweating a little bit now. And once
Yeah.
again, guys, you do have a tactical timeout. Just use it. Calm down a bit because you've lost 3 rounds back to back. K16, they're just starting to look better and better as time goes on. You know, playing like more cohesive under pressure.
Revealing area.
Oh, they have 3 defender
eyes
side
are
players
down.
pushing out of C long right now.
It's good intel, but it won't count for much if the attackers just take sites super fast. The Aldra is
And it's
basically
just-
gonna spot out that there's only 1 defender, realistically 2 at this point.
Cage
Oh, and
triggered.
he's just got a sheriff. He's caged it off. Surely they just pre-fire it. Cookie able to get Moshu and Legsy with the
Spike
flank.
down
Oh, that's a
A.
huge. Lax knows they're there.
They were aware of a flank, but oh no, they just couldn't get the kills, and now things are getting brutal. 3v2.
Unable to take down Captain Max. 2v2 now, but
No more
Sky
charges
is
left.
dangerously low.
Nowhere to run!
Hunter Fury does come down,
player standing.
and Mythical pushes it, but
One
Sky
enemy
protects
remaining.
him. Pendulum is able to get the trade. Shoots into the smoke. Gun is so low. He takes Pendulum down anyway with 3 HP left. That is way too close.
Oh, Jesus Christ. K16, they were on the back foot there for most of that round, and somehow down to a 1v1. Pendulum, when he shone so brightly in the previous few, he just falls. He just falls at the worst of times. 1 HP, and you know, the spray through the through smoke was perfect. 1 more bullet would have done it, sealed the deal. And now,
Oh, boy.
1 more round. 3 rounds now of tying it up. K16, the economy still flush. And Finality, they lose this round. They're on yet another eco.
Deploying drone.
1620 Kings pushing mid this time instead of looking to see A. Cosmic Divide comes down. Pendulum able to get an early pick onto Lax, and that's huge for them.
Mythical was there as well. He wanted a slice of the pie, but things just slowed down a bit. K16 looking to really execute over towards the side here. They aren't checking the corners though. It's a crossfire.
Fire!
Down B.
Oh dear.
Legacy is able to take down Pendulum. Oh, there's 2 people there. The Aldrin does come down. Sky does have a good flank though, but will it be enough?
Time is the issue. Sky?
Sky able to take down Captain Max
Last
with the
player
flank,
standing.
but it is just him left. Oh, he's spotted by Cookie. 69 HP, but Cookie dashes away into safety. All the pressure's on Skyth right now. Picks Cookie again, takes him down, finishes him off through the wall in Garage. Now, will they peek it? Or will they wait for him to come through?
He needs a miracle
30
here.
seconds
Sky,
left.
Careful.
Oh! Mythical
Defenders
just
win.
finishes him off there.
39.
And that is
Yeah.
39 again.
Something about the script seems pretty fishy, you know? Map 3, 13-9s for all 3 maps, the exact same scoreline, but my god. I'm quite speechless. I think K16, you know, they mounted a really strong comeback there towards the end. They damn near brought it back. But
It was very, very
yeah,
close.
but just in the worst of times, they were playing, you know, relatively more slow and steady, and I think playing good teamwork site takes, you know, split executes, and that's what worked for them. But however, towards the final round there, they just everyone, you know, balls to the wall, a single flash, and they just all ran onto B side, staring at the same angle, and it's just a crossfire. They weren't expecting 2 players to be holding there, and they got punished heavily for it. It's just composure, I suppose, and you know, when you're basically that close to equalizing 9 to 13, 9 to 12, really, you kind of have to really just take a step back, breathe a little bit, and just make sure you don't get too ahead of yourselves, because they almost did it, but Finality, the strong initial lead is what gave them the advantage, and that's what sealed the deal.
Yeah, and even though A site was working for them a lot on the attacker side there, they couldn't keep doing it. It was getting too predictable, and even then Finality was trying to figure out how to counter that and start to play those flanks and push into those cipher tripwires that the defender side had even set up. But they tried to do something different that round, where both of the teams could buy guns, maybe push mid, but it just didn't work out. They lost Lax early into the round, and it's just too difficult from there.
It was, but hey, look, I'm pretty happy that tonight we got a best of 3 series, same scoreline, all 3 maps, and absolutely went the distance. What a journey that we've been on. And you know, in standard style, we will have an interview arranged, and it will be Mythical coming in here for a brief chat. Once again, your team captain. That's what he has to say, because that was an absolute grueling experience coming out from Finality. Mythical, man, first off, congrats, but damn, dude, that wasn't easy. What went wrong, especially in map 2?
We haven't really been practicing a lot the past week because personal issues with my teammates. So, you know, a lot of uncoordination, and yeah, we kind of fumbled the bag a little bit on all 3 maps actually.
Yeah, especially towards, you know, map 3 Haven there. I mean, you guys had such a strong lead, but somehow towards the very end, I suspected choke was coming on and perhaps a little bit of tilt as well. Things just weren't going your way. And really, towards the final round there, it was a result of K16 dropping the bag and they just bum rush B, not clearing their angles. And that's what made the difference.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think we were tilted at all. I think we just had a lot of bad reads. We were gambling a little bit too much and committing too much to that gamble, and that kind of lost us a lot of rounds, but live and learn.
Yeah, absolutely. Nay, anything from you?
I wanted to ask, every now and then when you guys were on defense, you guys would send 3 defenders out to push C long. How do you decide when to do that?
We realized that K16 does not get map control, and I mean, we're on eco round, it's advantage, may as well try something to work, right? And all our C-long pushes have worked out successfully, so just took that.
Yeah, at least on defense. And meanwhile on attack, just basically rush A, and it worked
Yep.
most of the time. And hey, more power to you, I suppose. All right, Mythical, going forward, you said live and learn. What's the lesson to take away from this game at the very least? Because I'll be honest, you know, K16, it's I wouldn't be one to say that it's a completely new lineup, but I was not expecting this to really test you, you know, to go 3 maps. 13-9, that's a pretty close scoreline.
Yeah, all 3 maps were, I think, 13-9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think going forward, we should be improving a lot more, should not be choking as much as we did today, because I don't think most of my teammates should have any personal issues anymore, but yeah, so I'll be practicing every day.
All right.
Gonna pop off the season.
All right. Perfect. I absolutely hope so. Gotta say though, map 2 Pendulum, he was the one that popped off. Meanwhile, you and Cookie, that was a bit of a tough game, I won't lie. But
oh yeah, sick map.
yeah, it is.
I had to focus more on gelling there, yeah.
That's fair. All right, Mythical, thanks for coming on once again. Congrats, you just edged out the win. But hey, look, get some rest, prac harder, and make it more dominating next time.
Yep, thank you so much for casting.
All right, cool. Hey, you heard him. Yeah, it was a rough series to say the very least, you know. And thankfully, individual players for Finality really did step up on certain maps, and it really brought them across the line. But the final map, though, Haven, it was more teamwork, really. And as a result, it's what happened. But once again, just a little bit of choke towards the end there. But it is what it is. Any final words from you, though, of like, you know, maybe final thoughts of this best of 3 series tonight?
Honestly, I'm so impressed with how everybody played. There were so many miracle rounds and so many shocking moments that I'm going to take back from this. I'm also really inspired by how Pendulum played. Seeing a smoker play like that, play that aggressively and get those frags, you know, it warms up my little gold heart.
Especially as a Brimstone as well. But hey, everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is the best 3 series. LPL Valorant Evolution between 1620 Kings and Finality. Finality, they narrowly take the win 2-1, 13-9 scoreline across all 3 maps. I'm Digital Cast, William Zhang, of course, my co-caster for tonight, Naeday, Janice, Beltram. And hey, look, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Show us some love on our socials, her social especially. That's at Naeday __. You guys already know mine. This is my channel after all. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, see you next time.